Welcome back. Love Boat Project number 84. I'm your host, Mike Taylor. With me, as always, my co-host, Mike Robertson. Ahoy, Mike.
Hey, Mike. There are so many things that I could say in this little opening part, but I really just don't want to take away from all the time that we need to spend on Joe Lujack, so I'm just going to sit quietly.
Oh, Mr. Lujack. I'm glad you brought him up already. Jeez, what an odd last name to repeat over and over and over again. That was like Lojack. Isn't that thing that you find your stolen car or something like that?
Yeah, Lojack was definitely same. Actually, kind of the same style, I guess. He was rough and tumble like a Lojack, but
he very rough and tumble.
We'll definitely dive into all.
Yes, we will.
Stuff, but I would dare say awards in the future, both real and made up, for Mr. Lujack. So,
if there was a best punch, I mean, I would just go ahead and we interrupt this regularly scheduled programming to award Mr. Lujack a special stubby.
I mean,
but we don't want to promote violence.
Are we just ignoring Pernell Roberts with that?
Well, maybe we probably are. We probably are. It's a good point. We are here to talk about The Love Boat Season 4, episode number 7. Episode titled "She Stole His Heart," Return of the Captain's Brother, and Swag and Mag. That's a terrible Swag and Mag. It's a terrible storyline name.
I have recently kind of, not on purpose, but just in the course of doing business, have kind of missed like the second and third storyline titles. Like I see the first one that shows up on IMDb or Paramount.
Well, how does it make the first one? Is it the best one? Is the first one? Do you think?
I don't know. It was just She Stole Her Heart or whatever was the first one this week on both things. So, but Swag and Mag I missed until the very end, and I was okay with that. So.
Yeah, I was fine with that too. I'm fine with that. That's not. Yeah. Original air date Saturday, December 6th, 1980. What else is on, Mike? And let me just say before we dig into this, Mike, we got a couple new shows to discuss this evening. Oh, yeah. So I am super excited. CBS at 8 p.m., WKRP in Cincinnati, episode called "A Mile in My Shoes." This is a wild one, Mike. And I guarantee you remember this one because there's no other episode. When Herb is called for jury duty, Andy takes over as sales manager and soon discovers just how tough it is trying to sell advertising time or collect from deadbeat clients. Here's the one. Les plans to disguise himself as a black man so that he can do a series of reports based on the book Black Like Me.
I do remember that.
Oh yeah, which time did he do that? Yeah, that's a one and done right there.
Yeah, this show doesn't make it.
Les Nessman.
This show doesn't make it to 1982. I guess we know why.
Now we get it. Jeez, Soul Man-esque.
No wonder Lonnie Anderson was trying to get out of there. Good Lord.
Help. She had help on her eyelids. Awful. CBS 8:30, the Tim Conway Show. Guest this week, Vicki Lawrence, in what I can only assume is a laugh riot for 30 minutes on the CBS Saturday night lineup.
I mean, she was funny.
She was great.
Well, Carol Burnett.
She was great.
You made that sound sarcastic, like you were thinking she was going to be one of her Love Boat characters.
No. The one with the Congress. Yeah, she works for Scuttlebutt. Yeah. No, I think she'd be great. I wonder if she does Mama. Guaranteed she does Mama, right? I mean, that's her.
Wonder if she does Mama.
Oh, God, yeah. What am I talking about? That's like not saying howdy. You're going to sneak that thing in there.
Yeah, but that's not playing the horn.
Right. NBC at 8 p.m., TV special, Barbara Mandrell and the Mandrell Sisters. Special guest, Charlie Pride, who I have fond memories of growing up. There was a lot of Charlie Pride played in my house randomly. No other country music but Charlie Pride.
It's funny, Mandrell's been on in the Chips slot, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm trying to keep Chips's future spoiler free for me.
Yeah, same.
I don't know if they're coming back, but I feel like I remember that Barbara Mandrell show being on for a while. So Maybe we're done with all the vehicle competition on Saturday nights.
Well, the only thing is with those like variety shows, can you really carry an hour's worth of television with? That's a lot of ground to cover.
And
45 minutes essentially.
And I think like at this point now, since we're so close to Christmas,
Mm.
I do wonder if we really won't have a real answer for all this stuff till January. Because
That's a good point. It's all you're going to get. Yeah.
Don't forget, like all those variety shows were strike proof. So
sure.
So if Chips isn't back by January, we'll look. But it's only surprising because they were the top ranked Saturday night show regardless.
Sure.
So it would be interesting if they moved them out on purpose.
Well, when's the last time we brought up BJ and the Bear? I mean, same thing. We knew that, but like
they were gone. But yeah,
it's their whole Saturday night is completely shifted. ABC at 8 p.m. We brought up the show last week, Breaking Away, The American Dream. Oof. A fraternity uses a pretty co-ed to lure Mike into playing as a ringer for its football team. Right. Dave decides to audit a college course. This is episode 2. Mike, for the first of 3 times, I'm going to ask you a question this evening.
Okay.
How many episodes aired of this series?
I know this only because we did this when it first started. I think it's 8.
It is 8 with 1 unaired.
Yeah, and I think I think we basically have them every week through the 8. Like I think they're on Saturdays.
Just sounds like such a boring show.
I don't think I saw the movie, but based on what I think it was, I don't know what they were going to drag out of this for.
I don't. It wasn't really an exciting movie.
No, it was like late 70s, early 80s. A lot of chatting.
A lot of chat. They love talking in the 80s.
A lot of like scenes shot under trees in the autumn.
Yeah, a lot of breaks of silence to really make those words sink in. Oh, it's great.
A lot of sweaters.
A lot of holding cups of coffee with 2 hands while you drink it kind of conversations.
Exactly. Yes,
get me. Ugh. Let's talk about a new show here, Mike.
Ooh.
The rebuilt CBS lineup has 2 brand new shows this evening.
Oh, wow.
First of 2, 9 p.m. New show, 1 hour long. Freebie and the Bean. Freebie and the Bean. First episode of the series titled The Seduction of the Bean.
Oh, wow.
Now, normally I like to give you sort of a synopsis, and then I say like with. Mike, it's a good show if they explain who the stars of the show are within the synopsis of the episode.
You mean Freebie and the Bean?
Like this is how they sold Freebie and the Bean. New comedy starring Hector Elizondo, I'm assuming the Bean, and Tom Mason. Maybe Tom Mason's the Bean. Anyway, about 2 streetwise San Francisco cops based on the 1974 film. In the opening episode, Walker and Delgado.
Well, that's Delgado,
there you go.
Hector Elizondo.
Yeah, I would hope. Or Walker, pursue a building contractor who secures businesses with the help of a seductive sales staff. Mike, for the second time this evening, how many episodes of this series aired?
All right, so let's do the math here. So it's Saturday night. We know CBS is struggling
terribly.
The strike. I really hope we're getting some Christmas here in the next couple weeks. But
I'd hope for more than Freebie and the Bean coming out of the strike. Let me give you a better title.
I'm gonna say 4 aired, 6 were made.
That's a good guess. 9 aired, 2 unaired.
Okay.
Let's skip back over to NBC at 9 p.m. Movie, semi-tough.
Ooh.
Mike, we might have to, when I tell you who's in this movie, a 3-way friendship between 2 free-spirited professional football players and the owner's daughter becomes compromised when 2 of them become romantically involved. And in one name, you're gonna be like done. Starring, yes,
It's Nick Nolte.
no,
Oh, I'm not. What am I thinking?
that's North Dallas 40
40. You're right. Okay, I don't know who's in Semitope.
with Bert Convy, Burt Reynolds, two Burts, Chris Christopherson, Carl Weathers, Big Seamus himself, Brian Dennehy, and Jill Clayburgh.
Wow. So Jill Claiborne's the owner's daughter.
Yeah, but I mean,
I feel like I've seen
one of them, but I don't know which one I've
definitely
seen.
seen North Dallas 40.
Yeah.
I guess I've seen pieces of this because I kind of remember Chris Christopherson in a football movie, but
I just remember from that his what's that with the trucks when they are in what's that thing? They're in a big group. He played a trucker, the rubber duck. What is it called when the trucks are in a big convoy? Yeah. He played a trucker named Rubber Duck is what I remember him best from.
So I think I've referenced this. I also remember him from a Muppet Show episode that he was in with his wife, and then read in IMDb they divorced very quickly after that Muppet Show episode. So,
well, I wonder if that was the tipping point right there.
I mean, it was awkward.
He had an affair with a Muppet or something.
One of the chickens.
Or one of the chickens. Nice. So that's on from 9 to 11. I'm going to move on to ABC. New rule here. I'm not going to give an episode description of Fantasy Island until we kind of dig into Fantasy Island and figure out what's going on.
Which should be soon.
Yeah. And again, I was saying I don't want to say much until we discuss the one in the hopper. But I will say, guest stars this week, Don Amici and Sonny Bono.
Whoa.
So
royalty.
10 o'clock, another new show on CBS. The Secrets of Midland Heights. First episode called Founders Day, debut of a dramatic serial about the lives of several generations of families in a small college town. This is a side note. This is from the makers of Dallas. They were trying to.
Wow.
This was with BB Besh, Jordan Christopher, Linda Hamilton.
Oh, okay.
And Lorenzo Lamas.
So he had a show in before
in the hopper, yeah. And he had this thing the week after the worst episode we've seen all year.
Oh, we're lousy with Lamases this month.
Well, we have a Lamas link to this episode too. Other than this,
a fortuitous link because I forgot a note in my last episode with a Lamas. So excited to get that one in.
For the final time this evening, Mike, how many episodes of this show aired?
Oh, God. I'll go back with my 4.
8 aired, 3 unaired. Interestingly enough, Lorenzo Lamas' father directed like 4 of the 8 episodes. Wow. So I don't know what kind of deal they had.
And action.
Yeah, they wanted more Lorenzo, which, I mean, or Lorenzo's dad. Hernando.
Yeah. And
that's what else is on, Mike. Let me give you the episode synopsis for this evening's episode. Tell me if you agree with this one or not. Psychiatrist Elliot keeps his distance when a kleptomaniac Mary falls for him.
I mean, I guess he tried to keep his distance.
Kinda, yeah.
I mean, I got a lot of questions about reasons for that guy's cruise.
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of
his magic tape recorder. So
how do you lose that? You know what I mean? Like, how do you anyway? Vicky is disappointed by TV action star Steve Swaggart.
Private Eye.
Call me Swag. Meryl's brother.
Swag loves you.
Swag loves you. When you see me blow a kiss, know I'm blowing it for you. Cha-cha, swag out. Meryl's brother Marshall introduces his fiancée Natalie, but old flame Annette wants him back. Marshall, darling. In this week's episode, let's talk about guest stars, Mike. First guest star this week is Arlene Dahl. First of 4 appearances on the Love Boat. Hey, Mike, it's Lorenzo Lamas' mom. It's her oldest child.
Wife, yeah. So I meant to ask this.
Yeah.
When Lorenzo was on, was that our first father-son? I know we've had mother-daughter Mother's son.
Well, Gopher's dad. Remember Gopher's dad was on? They did that whole.
Real. But I think this is definitely the first time we've had a mom, dad, child
Yeah.
here on the Love Boat. So congratulations to the Lamas family. What
No
an
kidding.
honor. They got him in pretty tight here at the end.
Yeah. Another fun fact about Arlene Dahl, she was married 6 times. So.
Wow, that's a lot.
That is a lot.
When you go through these IMDb's, especially for people where you don't really know them and they're like from the 50s and 60s in terms of heights of career, it is wild. It just seems like divorce must have been so much easier logistically back then. 6 marriages and 6 divorces, like regardless of the emotional investment, it just seems like a lot.
It just had to be cheaper. There's no way it could have been super expensive if it was 6 times. The Johnny Carson thing, like no way. There's no prenups.
Right, it's like the Michael Scott "I declare bankruptcy" out the window.
Oh God, it's so funny.
I am divorced.
Yeah, divorced. Huh. Next on the list is Ron Eli. First of 3 appearances on the boat. He played Tarzan the Ape Man in the Tarzan TV series from 1966 to 1968. Mike, this guy is a big dude. He's 6'4". I know he stands up next to Stubing later, and you can. He's a giant dude.
He had the gravitas of somebody. So when it was Tarzan, I was surprised.
Yeah, I didn't get Tarzan from his.
From his
speaking. Did he just not talk?
Hey, Jane. Don't
be mad at me. I have hands and I grip. That whole speech about acting was one of the most ridiculous things.
I almost went back and wrote the whole thing down. And we'll obviously get to it, but as we get into this run of normal, maybe not great episodes, one similarity that I've noticed is a lot of import, a lot of emotional pathos being placed into nonsensical issues.
Just random buckets of like, we'll throw a little extra. This one was a great example of that. Next is Zsa Zsa. Again, her sister's been on the boat before. Yeah. And you know what's weird, right? So this is her first and only appearance. It says she was a Hungarian and American socialite and actress. I don't really understand what she's famous for.
I think she's famous for being famous, right?
Kinda.
Except for cameos after she hit that cop.
Which I will bring that up.
Right, or Hollywood Squares. I don't think I've ever actually seen her in anything until this. And you know what? She just played herself. So. She
did just play herself, just like she did in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air after she smacked that guy.
Yeah.
If you don't know what we're talking about, on June 14th, 1989, Zsa Zsa Gabor was accused of slapping a Beverly Hills police officer in the face when she was stopped for a traffic violation.
On Flag Day? Come on, Zsa Zsa.
Come on, let it. Right? 3 months later, a jury convicted her of slapping the officer. They also found her guilty of driving without a license and possessing an open container of alcohol, which happened to be a flask of Jack Daniels.
Come on, darling.
Didn't figure her for a Jack Daniels. Figured her for like a peppermint schnapps or something Hungarian. But
darling, give me the hooch.
So it was found in her $215,000 Rolls Royce, but acquitted her of the charge of disobeying the officer when she drove away from the traffic stop. Good Lord. She was just had a couple drinks. It's all right, Zsa Zsa.
The episode wasn't good enough for her to be annoying, but it was very much a one note performance, which I guess I expected.
She greeted him with the same greeting 5 times. You know what I mean? It was not a lot of. She didn't put a hard day's work in on this episode.
Not a lot of range.
No.
Stubings out there playing 3 guys. She's barely acting.
She's barely doing 1. I mean, it's possible. I mean, it could be, she could be in that Norman Award, award run.
Zsa Zsa Gaboring.
And you know what's weird? I'll save it. I don't want to give up all my Zsa Zsa observations yet. Erin Gray. Someone we've talked about several times, wondering if she'll appear on the show. First and only appearance in the Love Boat. Boo.
Really?
Yeah, that's lame. Starred in 37 episodes of Buck Rogers, 5 seasons, 116 episodes of Silver Spoons, which was one of my favorites as a kid. I love that little train.
I meant to look it up today, actually.
Yeah.
Are we in Silver Spoons yet, or are we close?
I don't know. I don't.
If you're saying it's only 5 seasons, I think we aren't there yet.
No, I don't think we're there yet. I think we're
that Alfonso Rivera season is definitely like 84, 85. So we gotta.
Well, and Jason Bateman would also be on that show as well. Remember, he was that and then he had a spinoff.
Yeah, the interesting thing with Erin Gray was I don't totally remember how her character was in Buck Rogers, but
she was a colonel. She was in charge,
right? And then she kind of, especially in the beginning of Silver Spoons, she was kind of a bit of a fussy pot kind of thing.
Yeah, stick in the mud.
This weirdly did feel like a template for where she would end up.
I mean, she's kind of playing the character here.
Yeah,
she's playing the same, working for Mr. Stratton sort of thing.
Yeah, and I mean, she was fine, but she's fine. It was definitely like an Erin Gray. It wasn't anything. I wasn't like, wow, Erin Gray.
No, she didn't blow me away, dude.
It wasn't the blow away that another female actress on this show gave me. So.
Yeah, true. Well, there was a couple really good lines too. I will say this: it's nice to have her on the show, but be careful what you ask for. When you meet your heroes, you might get a little disappointed because her appearance wasn't great. I'm just really glad that we had her on the show.
I'm glad we had her on the show. I'm disappointed she won't be on again. I
think
this is a good example to your point of, just I don't want to spill all my stuff, but it's like we've talked about it before where sometimes a pretty lousy episode can get carried by the fact that you like the people in it.
That's true. That's a good point.
There weren't enough of those for me, I guess. This week.
Yeah.
And then Erin Gray is Erin Gray, right? She's not going to be. If it had been more interesting, it would have been more interesting. But it's like she's not going to be like, oh God, Erin Gray's in it. This is great,
Oh yeah, she's not a reason to watch.
Yeah.
At all. She's not moving the needle.
She's a supporting player, So.
I mean, maybe in a few years it would move the needle.
If they had carried Swag out of the fight on the train, that would have been A+.
With John Houseman. John Houseman comes in and gives him a lecture. He takes Rick deer hunting.
Richard, it appears that the Tarzan man has been knocked unconscious.
Oh, and he used to do that. Oh, God, he used to do this commercial. I can't remember how it went. Stuart
Varney. Not Stuart. Is it Stuart?
Not Stuart Varney. That's the guy on the CNN Financial, the English guy. It'll come to me.
Smith Varney?
Something like that. It was some company.
Now we're just giving free advertising.
Yeah, we can't afford to do that, Mike. We have a platform. We can't just give it away.
Gray doesn't come on during Silver Spoons. I feel like we're not going to get Houseman.
Oh, I don't think we'll get Houseman.
I was hoping we get like a Silver Spoons wave.
I hope we get Rick's dad, whoever that is.
I'm telling you, he's going to be on as a bad guy. I'm very. That's my.
Oh, yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that.
Like with a mustache.
Just to break character and be like, who's that? I don't even recognize. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Stephen Keep Mills, first and only appearance in the Love Boat, starred as Les Kincaid for both seasons of the Alice spinoff Flow.
Oh.
Yeah, slim pickings for Stephen Keep Mills. Like
I could kiss my grits.
He could kiss my grits too. Lame.
He was awful.
Yeah, it was not good. He was not good. Welcome back, Joan Van Ark. Mike.
Not awful.
Not awful. Second of her 4 appearances. We saw her last in a legendary episode, season 3, as Chris Haley in episode number 8 in What's a Brother 4. Love Boat Project number 58, Every Witchcraft But Loose. Famous because this is the episode Matt almost drowns in a hot tub.
She's very aggressive with Matt's handicap and his, guilt tripping everybody. I think she got a nomination for
She did.
Dog. Yep. I will say this.
I thought she was. Yeah.
I knew Joan Van Ark was in it, and as I'm kind of first watching it, it's the first couple scenes. You're kind of like warming up or whatever, and I wasn't quite paying attention. Just had it on, and I was like, God, who's this cowpoke that they got? I could not
100%.
That was Joan Van Ark. Like, my God, like
she did a great job, man.
We always talk about like the swings, right? Like the Richard Mulligan. We talked about it with Wheezy. last week, but she's kind of confined to with her voice, right? But this was like a Pat Harrington character.
This was acting. Yeah. You know what I mean? We have that award where like another appearance in this season sort of outshine.
Yeah.
I thought she was a Stubby nominee the first time, but I really thought she was wonderful in this episode.
And I mean, that is the kind of thing where there's nothing there, right? It's a ridiculous.
No, it's completely ridiculous. She owned it.
It's just the fact that like I couldn't believe it was her. You know, it was just like that was a shining star, except for Lujack. She was the best part of this episode, probably.
She really was. I thought she was fantastic. Well, we haven't gotten to 2 guest stars. The last 2 this week. A returning guest, O.D. Warbucks, second and final, maybe, appearance on the Love Boat? Maybe? I don't know. We saw him last year, Love Boat Project 69, once more onto the security breach with Jonas Beals. Maybe we'll see him again. I didn't know we were going to see him again this season.
I went back and listened to that episode for context.
Yeah.
While I will drop in what we thought about it. That is an excellent episode. I will say that is weird. That was a very good episode. We enjoyed it. That was a fun episode. I will say I was stunned that it was only late January, early February, and they already brought it back. It was too soon.
Yeah, I agree.
Well. I have solves for it, but it was too soon.
I agree. I liked it, but I would have liked it more a year from now or 6 months from now. Final guest star this week, the mysterious Sunny Wilder. First and only question mark appearance in the Love Boat? No idea if we'll ever see Sunny Wilder again on the Love Boat. Go right ahead.
I think, here's what I'll just say. I think I would have rather Sunny Wilder been the main focus.
I think the same thing. Just something different.
And also, I think all the stuff we loved about Marshall got neutered a little bit.
Oh, they pulled back on his character big time.
And I didn't need the character development for Gavin MacLeod playing the second guy, right? I just want to see Gavin MacLeod going crazy.
Yeah.
Up on the bridge with a
remember, yes,
and
no, we got none of those shenanigans this time.
It was just like here's a it almost felt like somebody dropped out of a boring story.
You're like, well, last minute, yeah. Doug Henning can't be in here this week, so they replaced him with
the law of diminishing returns. I feel like maybe applied here a little bit. So
I completely agree. Yeah, and we'll dig into it. It was just interesting. All right, so that's the synopsis. Guest stars. What else is on? Anything to go over before we hop on the boat?
I will posit that this is by far the worst Kernsing in the history of the show.
Tell me more.
Joe Lujack was in so many scenes.
Yeah.
Was basically the co-star of the swag plot. Was amazing.
Had a lot of lines too. It was active. He was active.
He had 3 or 4 scenes where it was just him and Tarzan. Like it was. I went back like twice to make sure with all the Stubing characters at the end that I didn't miss him somewhere or whatever. So I would say even Joanna Kearns, who the term is named after, like this. Trust me, if we didn't have plot Kerns already baked in, we would just start calling this thing Lujack.
Lujacked. You got Lujacked. I mean, it's not. It's catchy, boy. It's catchy. I don't know. We'll have to put a vote out.
The amount of Lujack merch that I'm going to be selling in the store, in the merch store.
You can just have a plain black T-shirt or plain white T-shirt, just black #Lujack. I mean,
I went through everything I owned to try and find something with an L. I don't own anything with an L. Like I was so
all my baseball hats have a P on it. I'm like, damn it, not that one. Damn it, not that one.
I looked at like some old hats. I'm like, no. So I went with this hat that has a Liberty Bell, which is
that's good. I like the alliteration.
Just like Swag's jaws.
New York Liberty. I should have worn my New York Liberty jersey. You know what I mean? Something. I don't know. Los Angeles, Los L.
Joe Lujack, even though I can't quite remember your name, I think it's Bill something.
Yeah, your name's Lujack, sir.
Yes, it's Joe Lujack. It'll always Joe Lujack. And I think it might be Joe Lujack at the Stubbies. So
wow. Oh, it's not. We are gonna. The legend of Lujack has to carry on. We have to do it for him. I mean, he got screwed once.
He did. You know? He will not get screwed again. He will. No. He will. I cannot imagine a world where in the final 18 episodes of our season, we have 5 better villains that Joe Lujack doesn't at least get nominated for that. So
great villain. Wasn't afraid to get physical either. Love him. Just a great bully.
And shout out to his sidekick too.
Oh, his sidekick was funny. Yeah, they were great.
What a weird combo.
Very weird. Yeah, his buddy did not match. I was like, I don't believe these guys ever hung out. Like, there's no way.
His buddy was like tin roof rusted.
He really was. He really, really was. He was Paul Lynde, basically. It was wild. Lujack and Blind. It's the comedy styling.
Lujack and the Bean.
Nope. Oh, poor Hector Elizondo. All right, let's get on the boats. Mike, we begin at night. We haven't had a lot of these. Don't really know the reason why we're beginning at night, but we're beginning at night this week.
I mean, they never mention a stop, ever. Nope. Right? They don't even... The fact that Marshall gets married on the boat. Like, come on, man.
You didn't even have to leave port. Yeah. And I have a couple questions about that, too. I took some issues with that. Doc's looking over the rail, and Stubing walks up, tells him he's excited because his little brother Marshall's finally getting married. Doc reminds him the last time he brought a woman aboard he was supposed to marry, and that didn't work out. Stubing says it's different this time, Mike. He's different this time.
So do you think that was referring to Diane Ladd?
Had to be, right? Had to be. I don't know.
He didn't bring her on the ship to get married.
No.
He found her on the ship.
He met her.
It was a third person.
Yeah. He goes on to tell Doc that she inherited a fortune from a silver mine. 2-part question, Mike. Is that what the 7 dwarves were mining? Second part of the question, is Marshall Stubing marrying Snow White?
I thought she had a silver Burl mine. Burl Ives mine.
All the classics. Sure.
Silver and gold.
A silver mine?
It was a weirdly vague, and we've talked about the prices of gold going up. I mean, Tom Hanks is lousy with gold, but how do you go broke on silver mines? I don't understand.
Especially with all the wares that they are reluctant on silver for. What are you going to eat with, Mike?
Jimmy Carter's America, only a few more weeks.
If you take the silver out of ware, what are you going to eat with? You see what I'm doing there? Doc says that sounds like a real thing to him. Stubing sees Marshall and walks over to greet him. Mike, the magic of split screen is back. I love it.
A little better.
It was a little better.
Not a lot, but a little. Yeah.
Towards the end, it got a little shaky. And that end scene, like
3 people in there. So.
One, the captain's table was shady. Like it was the widest table I've ever seen. Marshall introduces Natalie Martin to Stubing, his bride-to-be. Stubing says he can't believe that Marshall's settling down. And Marshall says that he is a changed man. I guess we'll see, Mike. I guess we'll see. Marshall says he hasn't even looked at another woman since he met Natalie. We see in the background a woman enter with a leopard headscarf and wearing a fancy medallion.
I thought it was the prince.
I thought it was Madam.
I thought it was Pat Harrington.
He's going to come up in a few minutes, by the way. Marshall, darling, she says. She walks up to Marshall and says, is that such a put on, too? I can't imagine, like...
Oh, you don't think that's her real voice?
Oh, it was just exhausting if that's her real voice.
I don't think when she hit that cop that she was like...
She wasn't calling him darling. I bet she's got like a Jersey accent, like a Camden accent. Zsa.
From under the L.
Her name is... They call her Mom. She's not Zsa. She's playing a part. Anyway, she walks up to Marshall and says, I knew we'd meet again. Mike, Marshall really has a type here. Much older, right? You would imagine. How old do you think Zsa Zsa is in comparison to Gavin? And what's the age difference here?
I mean,
Forget the Natalie, but just the Zsa Zsa difference.
She's in her 50s, right?
You think she's in her 50s? Really?
I don't know.
I don't either.
She always looked like that. I don't know.
She always has like white hair, but I don't know if like it's not blonde, it's white.
I mean, his type is rich, though, to be fair. I mean, you know.
And older, right? But I guess you're not going to have a young rich woman, right?
More than likely, no. If you could, that's the dream, Mike. So
it's the dream, Mike. That's a good point. That's what gets me up every morning, that dream. Yeah. She doesn't listen to the show. It's okay. I can say whatever. Marshall starts to introduce this woman as Annette, but she interrupts him. She says, later, and you will have a wonderful trip this time. She calls him darling and starts touching Marshall's neck. By the way, Natalie has got the line of the week coming up, everybody. I just want you to know there's a line that Natalie...
She had a couple good ones.
Oh. Natalie's not having this. She removes Annette's hand from Marshall's neck. She tells Annette that she and Marshall have to go to their cabin for a prenuptial chat. Natalie leads Marshall to their cabin. Cardboard cutout time. It says in-person Daryl Bruder. TV's Steve Swaggart, Private Eye. Now's a good time to bring this up. You know, we talked about the celebrities on the boat, like the access to. We've never seen a celebrity draw a crowd this big of autograph seekers. It's normally 5 photographers in the beginning of the cruise.
It's a real Mona Maxwell autograph thing.
It is.
I will say, because of the fact that this was a planned event, that
it's a weak event. It's a real weak event.
Not the conversation we're having.
Yeah, no, I totally get it.
It's a planned event, and so maybe all the swag heads are there.
Did you say? I'm sorry. Did you say swag heads?
Swag heads. Yeah.
Swag heads. All right.
What, you're not? Swag heads?
I am. I didn't know what to call myself, and now it's good.
I tell you, for a minute there, I really thought that he was just referring to himself as Steve Swaggart the whole time.
Oh, give it a minute, and you'll see the confusion that sets in on my notes, because the same thing happened to me.
What night and network is Steve Swaggart Private Eye on?
NBC. This is an NBC. It's a Hunter type show. I say it's a good Tuesday at 9. You know,
so is
not
Vicky
10. But
shouldn't Vicky be in bed?
I don't know. Well, she's not Oh, this is before that.
I also don't like the fact that Vicky this week is too dumb to realize how TV works. So
she's having a hard time like finding her level.
It's fine if they just leave her as comedy foil, but when they're trying to like do that, that was insulting.
I think it would have been better if Gopher was the geek for the show.
Yeah.
If Swag was older.
Yeah, I just like.
No, I'm with you. It was like
you see at the end where it's like in Home Alone when Macaulay Culkin's like, "Listen, I get it how it works, right?" To the Santa.
Sure.
Like, it's like one of those. Like, don't make Vicky. Vicky's smart. She's been in a blood cult. She knows the score.
Well, and the other thing too is I can't imagine like a 12-year-old girl's going to watch a show that's not that much different than Spencer for Hire. You know, she's like, "Oh, Hawk was on last week." She's not watching this show. Come on.
He has 0 parental supervision. So.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah. Well, and I just wonder TV reception. I guess she's still getting all the networks, but
that's a good
I don't know how often.
That's a good point. That does lend to your Tuesday thing. That maybe it's when they're in port.
Something, you know?
Like she probably missed them when she was in Panama.
For months. She had so much to catch up. She loved the strike. Come on, strike. I need to catch up.
That is true.
A man with his back to the camera comments how handsome the man in the cardboard cutout is to a lady standing near him. He comments that the photographer told him he'd make him look tough. The woman replies by saying, "You said he was a photographer, not a magician." Hey-oh. Good one, Don Knotts. The man, for my purposes, we're going to be referring to him as Swag.
That's
because I just
not Daryl Brewster.
Yeah, I'm not doing. I don't. Steve Swaggart. Steve Swag.
Little known fact: Daryl Brewster, long lost cousin of former guest Amin Brewster.
Really interesting. Did he play Steve Swaggart Private Eye at any point? Is there no?
Don't urge him having swag. We don't need.
No, we don't need that.
We don't need to feed that monster.
No, you're right. That's a different podcast. Feeding the monster, aka Swag. Swag turns, starts signing autographs. Enters Vicky. She sees the crowd gathering in front of Swag. She nudges Isaac and says, "It's him, Steve Swaggart, Private Eye. He's the greatest." Isaac tells her to relax. He's just an actor. Boy, we could have saved a lot of time if everyone just listened to Isaac right here. And storyline over.
Not even as good an actor as I am, Ted Lang.
Right. Vicky says all the cruise ships voted him Hero of the Year. And that's why he's here, to get the award.
All right. So
what, Mike?
So my guess is there's like an all-star ballot kind of thing that they have on cruise ships. Maybe there's just something in your room, right?
What are the categories? That's a weird-ass category. TV hero?
Yeah, well, it's probably like what's available. But yeah, I would love to have seen this be a runner throughout the series.
I would love to see a ballot. Who else is on the ballot?
In 1980?
1980. I mean, Steve Swaggart, Private Eye.
Estrada.
The
U.S. men's Olympic hockey team.
BJ, if it was 79.
Who else was in 80? The Chisholms.
Al Michaels is probably in there for something. The Chisholms. Centennial.
Yeah, and Julie McCoy for rebounding from a tough Alaska trip. So
always bringing that Alaska trip up, too. Poor Julie. Isaac says, personally, I voted for Miss Piggy.
There you go.
All right. And remember, Vicky had a poster of Miss Piggy in her cabin.
Oh, are we going to get a Miss Piggy appearance here?
Easter egg. Oh, please let the Muppets. Oh, I would love to see Stubing in Muppet form.
There is apparently a Love Boat Muppet sketch or Sesame Street or something. There is some puppet Love Boat thing in the mid 80s. I have not found it yet, so we'll find it.
Well, we're only in 80. We're going to get to it. We'll find it. You know what I
mean? I'm watching a lot of Sesame Street, so maybe it'll pop up one day.
I get it. Julie and Gopher welcome aboard Miss Huggins. Speaking of accents, Mike. Apparently Miss Huggins has never been on a cruise before, and she's from Oklahoma City. Gopher says Oklahoma City is, quote, mighty pretty in his best Southern accent. Mike, from an academic point of view, I just want to point something out. They do not have the correct accent. Throughout this whole episode, the accent is wrong. Let me tell you about the Oklahoma accent. Okay, the Oklahoma accent is defined. What?
How often have you been in Oklahoma?
So many times. You don't know how many times this has come up, especially since the Sooners joined the SEC. It's a lot. So the Oklahoma accent's very specific. Defined as a unique blend of Southern drawl and Midwestern twang. Let me give you some examples. They drop the G from the ing words, rainin', swimmin'. And they also shift it. Yeah. Well, here's the weird one, though, is that they also have specific vowel shifts from Midwestern twang, like warsh. So it's a mix of like a Midwestern and a Southern accent. So this old mighty pretty and darling crap. Listen, this is not... Daniel Day-Lewis would have done a much better job giving a true accent performance here. Thank you, Joan Van Ark, but you used the wrong accent throughout.
I thought it was interesting that she was from Oklahoma City and Diane Ladd was from Oklahoma when Marshall Stubing was seducing her.
That's a good point.
Stubing picked out her Oklahoma accent, so maybe he knew about the.
He knew.
Yeah, maybe he had the Wikipedia that you did. Berman's Big Book of Accents.
This is not the first time we've had to take issue with an accent, if I remember correctly. So
no, this is a lot less egregious than some.
Yeah, well, this is a lot. Yeah, this is a little better. I mean, Lonnie Anderson. Let's just,
Oh, you mean the British lady?
Oh, who? Lonnie who? Julie introduces Gopher to Miss Huggins. Miss Huggins turns around and walks to her cabin and walks right into another passenger. He asks if she's okay. She's looking at him the same way that Julie looked at Garrett when he asked her to dinner. Just lost in the sauce, Mike. She says, I'm fine, just fine, and walks away. Passenger she ran into walks towards Julie and Gopher, and he's patting himself like he's looking for something. He says his name is Dr. Elliot Parker, but he can't find his ticket. Since when have you ever had to show a ticket on this boat?
Again, maybe he just assumed you would have to show a ticket.
Put that away. That's for you. That's for your, a hope chest or something. I don't even know why you would even. They never ask for it.
We've seen like 2 tickets.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But that was weird. Camera cuts. Miss Huggins cuts to Miss Huggins. She looks down to some paperwork, and maybe it looks like she has a wallet in her hand.
Yep.
She says, "Why did I do that out loud?" Insert laugh track. Weird spot for a laugh track until we knew what was going on.
I mean, still kind of a weird spot for a laugh track.
Yeah.
Also,
like, what?
Let's space out a little bit.
Yeah.
Or, people, when someone's in front of you, you don't automatically know how they're going to go, so you don't get right back on him. Joan Van Ark here. I'm glad she took that guy's wallet.
Yeah, knowing what we know about how lame that guy is, yeah. So take his wallet, keep the recorder, and keep the watch. We'll talk about that watch later. How dangerous that watch ended up.
Smooches too.
This guy sucks. He got so much romaine in his teeth. We'll talk about romaine later. We're back to Swag. He's still surrounded by picture takers and autograph seekers. Mike, have we ever seen this big of a crowd gathered around any other guest?
Not a second scene's worth of that. No, it's usually
not even Deacon Dark, right?
No, because again, it always comes and goes. They don't make it to the second level. Like we always joked about it, but like the Mona Maxwell one, where she gets hounded, they all go up the steps, and then that's it. She's just that's it. They're going.
That's it. Goodbye. She's the most famous woman in the world, followed by nobody. Yeah, it's
yeah. Even Don Knotts got one person following.
He did. Yeah. The woman with Steve Swaggart tells the crowd that's enough, and the crowd disperses. Vicky drags Isaac over to meet Swag. Isaac welcomes him aboard. He introduces Vicky, says she's a big fan. Vicky says hello. He tells her to call him Swag, so I'm going to call him Swag. Introduces Maggie Cook, his agent. Isaac says, his agent, really? She says it's better than being Maggie agent, his cook.
Hey-o.
Oh.
So, did they ever really make it clear until the end that they were dating?
No, and not at this. No.
Right?
It's weird, too, because I don't think anything happened to make her want to date him in light of everything we know now. What? You're his agent.
It's just a Love Boat thing. But then he kept making these references. That's clearly why he challenged Lujack. But, I don't know. It's
weird.
It was poorly written. I guess they were too busy writing that speech.
Well, she's not very professional. I'll say that.
Well, she upgraded 40%. So.
No, she did upgrade 40%. That's a good point. 2 gentlemen board the boat and see Swag. They see him sign an autograph and say that he's a Hollywood phony. Lujack says that, and he'd like to see Swag in a real fight. Lujack's friend tells the other to let it go. Lujack says he came on the cruise to have fun, and he walks towards Swag. Walks up behind him and yells, boo. Then laughs and says, did you see him jump? And walks away laughing. Boy, Swag's like a real, searching for the appropriate word.
Paper tiger?
Paper tiger is the nicest way. It wasn't the one I was thinking of, but yeah.
I mean, Swag
scared of his own shadow.
Swag also has some pretty poor peripheral vision. Lujack came around the corner here. He was kind of right there. You don't feel somebody on your back, Swag? Come on.
Swag's the tallest guy on the ship, and you don't see someone walking up to you? Come on, buddy.
Lujack immediately is a 100% Schneider character. Like,
Oh yeah,
he is so like, let me tell you something, I'm gonna beat this guy up, and
he's that guy. Like all he needs in life is just a container of coffee at the job site. You know what I mean? He's a blue collar.
He has had lunch on a beam.
Oh, he doesn't believe in safety precautions. I mean, look at this guy. He's great. He's built like a concrete nail. He was
just the perfect level of cartoon, but
even the voice was perfect.
And I think the fact, you know what it was? He was like a bad guy wrestler, but he's fighting a guy, like a face that you don't like. Like, I didn't like Steve Swaggart at any point.
No, me neither.
I was rooting for Lujack the whole time. So
yeah, I kind of was too. He should have. Lujack's no jobber, Mike. Let's just say that. We know he's no jobber.
This was Piper Hogan, man. I was rooting for Piper.
Yeah, 1,000%. Vicky asked Swag if he's going to let that guy get away with that. He's going to get that from saying boo? Vicky's already got weird expectations. Swag tells Vicky that sticks and stones may break my butt. Well, you know how that ends. You know how that saying ends. Oof. We get a brief ticker tape scene without Jerry Stiller again, and we are off. I missed that scene so bad. I wish just they'd throw it in.
I was going to say it's gone at this point, but
it was around for a while, too. Marshall's in his cabin with Natalie. He's explained that he and Annette were just old friends. Marshall starts laying the smooch. She asked Marshall if he'd still love her if she didn't have $20 million. Boy, $20 million back then. Good Lord, man. That's some serious. I mean, not that it's anything to sneeze at now, but that's a lot of cash. Marshall said that he's hurt. She'd even ask and tells her that he'd love her even if she only had $10 million. Cute laugh track. She said something's been going on. She didn't know how to say it. Marshall's basically like, don't keep secrets, tell me. Natalie explained that it's her business and she's wiped out. Uh-oh, Mike, this isn't going to go well. Marshall tells her that she won't get away from him that easily. Gives her a smooch. Natalie says, let's celebrate. What are we celebrating here, Mike?
How are you celebrating? You have no
Yeah, with what? With water? With anything on the house? Like what? I mean, don't forget, Isaac gave 2 martinis to Marshall, too. So it's not like he didn't get the 50 from Merrill like he did last time.
Not that we know of.
Marshall says marriage vows say for richer or for poor, not wiped out.
He said that to himself, basically.
Yeah. It was.
She had to be like still in the room, like when he said that.
Do you often talk to yourself like that? What? I'm looking at the camera. Yeah. I think Natalie hears what she wants to hear too. You know what I mean? I think she sort of redeems herself. She becomes more of like a 3-dimensional character as the episode progresses. But at this point, I'm thinking she's just another Rich, you know?
I would have liked it if they had given her a little more edge because she wasn't naive to any of what was going on. But they didn't sharpen it up enough. So it just kind of became this weird, like.
She got that one. Great line. Yeah. But you're right, I wish it had been more consistent. I wish it hadn't been a one out of all her lines was this zing. Yeah. When all of them, she should have been that salty throughout. If she was salty, then.
She should have been. She should have been Flo.
She should have been Flo.
Keep that doctor over on Flo and bring Polly Holiday over.
Yeah, leave that guy over there and
tell Stubing to kiss your grits.
That's right. He would do it too. Just I love grits with salt and butter or sugar. He's a sugar grits guy. I guarantee he's a sugar grits guy. I'll have another order of dessert grits, please. Captain's table issues to come. Sneak peek.
My honeymoon, I think I had grits every meal because I was in the South, so possibly.
I love that. I like that. Give me some salt and butter on grits as far as a breakfasty thing. Give me shrimp and grits.
Grits is definitely a Mason-Dixon line thing for me.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not having a lot of North grits. Sorry, everybody. So.
And it's funny is when I am down south visiting people or whatever, I always get it. Yeah. Because it is that nostalgia thing. But I would never even think, it would never even cross my mind once I drive past that old Mason-Dixon in Maryland. I'm not.
Or even a Winn-Dixie.
I don't. No, yeah. Piggly Wiggly, same. Same.
Sorry. If I'm past the Raleigh, no grits.
And if I see a Captain D's, I'm stopping. There's a Captain D's. That's another podcast. That's
we are really
fast food.
Our Bible Belt listener.
I'm telling you, it's those Apple, the iTunes charts. We're going to be ringing that thing up. Dr. Parker's cabin door is open, which I thought was weird. Who leaves their cabin door open?
Well, especially because he's working. And this is my question. Why is he on this trip? He is working, like really working. And like as a psychiatrist, you probably work on your own. There was no reason that he should have been on this cruise.
Oh, just to catch up on admin work? Is that what he's doing, basically? I'm adding notes and updating medical records on my...
You think he like doesn't have an office, and so he's constantly just working on various cruises and buses?
Yeah, when do you update all your records? Oh, when I travel to the Mexican Riviera. What? Why do you bring all this stuff with you? Because everything was paper. Like what?
Moonlight and paperwork.
All my suitcases are documents, lab results, and it was weird.
We haven't had a good old fashioned why are they on this boat in a while, but that is definitely a why are you on that boat?
That's a great question.
They could have at least done like, oh, there's a psychiatrist convention
or something. Oh, if I'm finally taking a vacation after all this time, and they make him as a workaholic. You could do so many things.
Exactly. Yeah.
Throw him in there and he starts working. And by that tape recorder bit that we'll get to later is so weak. Weak.
And it's a magic tape recorder, apparently.
Apparently things disappear and come back and rewind buttons don't work. Yeah. Good. I'm glad we're on the same page. Cabin door is open. Mary Sue Huggins walks in, asks him if he remembers her from bumping into him earlier. Still weird to have that thing open. Like if you go to a hotel, you don't just leave your door open. I mean, aren't they weighted to close?
I have it like bolted as soon as I get in
there. Oh, I don't let even air in. Like I don't. Yeah, no. Click, 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 click. Do not disturb. Click ever. Click.
And this is why. This is exactly why.
I don't want Mary Sue Huggins coming in and stealing my watch or wallet or fountain pen. She admires his cabin, says it's cute and cozy and masculine. He didn't decorate this cabin. This isn't a Prince Schneider type situation here.
It's also very small. They only really show the doorway.
And I want to be like, when you say this cabin is masculine, can you give me an example, please, Mary Sue, Oklahoma City?
This crap works in OKC.
Oh, apparently anything works in OKC with her. I mean, you just have to have a possession for her to steal. That's it.
Shea Gilgis Alexander.
Oh, where's the button? Damn it. He introduces himself. She notices his luggage and says how nice it is. Better bolt that to the floor, Mike. She walks up for a closer look and she drops his wallet that she stole from him earlier. She walks to the door of the cabin and asks him, what's on the floor next to your luggage? And he's shocked to see that his wallet, that was not there at all, is suddenly there in a spot, and she's, okay.
It's like that lousy Sonny Bono episode where they found the cash in the envelope. Like, maybe it's just been here.
Yeah, let's just suspend all, right.
Why wouldn't you if you want to actually...
See, I found it. I found this. Right, I found the lobby.
Maybe when we bumped into each other, I found it. Like that kind of thing.
Well, because she's a thief, Mike, not a liar. She's from Oklahoma City, salt of the earth, man. They're not going to. Right? That's why they have Midwestern accents. They say "warsh," Mike. Come on.
I'm just glad this show finally took the time to explore all the serious ramifications of kleptomania, a disease that can be cured in 45 minutes.
If that. All you need is a tape recorder. That's all you need, and a pocket full of stuff, and a big lost and found section. Ooh, and that wraps up that storyline.
I wish.
Yeah, right. I tell him, tells him that it's nice to see him again, shakes his hand, and gives him a little crazy eye before she leaves the cabin. As soon as she walks out of the cabin, she looks down and realizes that she stole his watch. Laugh track again. Oh, no, I did it again. I was just going to say that. And I was like, Marshall's having a drink in the Pirates Cove. Arr. Annette walks in. Marshall, darling, here you are. She did everything. Always sits down next. I've been going around my house giving everyone the darling thing for 2 weeks.
I've been doing Lujack all week.
Oh, well, keep in mind, I'm just coming back off vacation for a week at the beach. I was doing a lot of Zsa greetings. Got a lot of weird looks. Oh God, mailman, darling, pizza delivery boy, darling, everything was darling. It was great.
The beach tag, dog.
Marshall tells her that he's getting married in 2 days, and that from now on he's a one-woman man. She says, "You a one-woman man?" Marshall says, "Well, maybe a woman and a half, a woman and 3/4 tops." Tells her he'd better go before he loses count. Okay.
I can't tell how much of my kind of ambivalence towards Marshall Stubing this time was the actual writing or the plot, or just that the newness and the excitement of Gavin MacLeod doing it the first time. But there just isn't that level of energy.
It's not the same character, I don't think.
It's really not. And it's just almost like kind of a ramped up Stubing as opposed to, like, I was very aware that it was Gavin MacLeod this time.
Oh, God, yeah.
Last time where I almost lost myself in the role. Like, so. And
maybe that's partially due to what we talked about earlier. It's a quick turnaround to have Marshall Stubing back. Yeah. But it's close enough where we remember how much better he was in the first episode. You put this in season 6 and we might not remember. Exactly. And it's kind of like they have not ever really landed a recurring role. Like they're April Lopez maybe, but it got worse, right? Honest Tex. I mean, Donnie Most was probably the best, like honestly, but like we're talking about Donnie Most or Don Most. We know the difference. I guess he was Don the second time. My bad. So but no, I agree. I agree with what you're saying. Yeah, well, maybe Betty White will. Remember we talked about how she's going to be back for those 4 times. Yeah, and I would imagine the further we go, the more. But when it gets harder to actually get guests and they have to book people in roles, I would imagine we'll see more of it. But I haven't been super impressed with the recurring people so far. Do we ever see Marshall Stubing again after this episode? I gotta think so. I mean, I hope so. It's just such an easy thing to go to. It is. You know. We'll see. I hope so. Stubby really a dick for not showing up to his son's wedding. Yeah, no kidding. Didn't even mention him. Boy, I bet you Stubby hates his other son. My spoiler alert. Yeah. I rank my favorite Stubings. We'll get to that in just a few minutes. I see a nighttime poolside carving station, Mike, and 3 violinists. And I wonder if one of those worked for Prince Schneider a few weeks ago when he was trying to impress Julie. The stupid red shoes. This made me realize. Yeah. And I think part of it is because we had so many exotic trips this season. Oh, yeah. We have not had a theme night in a while. We haven't had 2 That's a great table in a long time. No flaming meat swords. We haven't had any of that. No English, jellied eel night. Any of that fun stuff. Italy. And I know we actually have Christmas coming up in a few weeks, but hopefully by the time we get to January, we'll get those flags back out. There's a lot of countries out there, Mike. But what if you could get if they do a Christmas meal, is there like a little Christmas flag? Like a little green flag with like a snowman on it or something like that they can put on the tables? I mean, I like the flags. I like to know what I'm eating. We haven't talked about it. Our first of all, the Christmas episode for them will be our Labor Day episode, which is hilarious. And then I still think we're going to do our own Christmas episode. So I'm very excited. But they're dress appropriately. They're so far apart. They're like 4 months apart. So. It's going to be great. And Christmas in July, Christmas September, whatever. I'm not wearing the whole outfit for the. We were sweaty when we did it last year, and it wasn't in September. I just remember how sweaty this. Santa hats are really, really sweaty. They are not built for air. They're not conducive for a long, not conducive to a long form podcast. I'll do the hat for the Labor Day one. I'll save the whole outfit for the Christmas one. So. Yeah. I think I'm gonna try to step up my game this year too for our Christmas episode. So that's different.
That's a different.
Yeah, it's different. That's the reason for the season.
That is the reason for the season. Plus, I love the challenge of trying to make a Christmas title out of these non-Christmas episodes.
I completely. Mary Sue walks up to Julie and Gopher. She asks them if they've seen Dr. Parker. Neither Julie or Gopher have seen him. Mary Sue tells them that she'll go get something to eat. Mike, who doesn't love a poolside buffet? Just to kind of get back to that. I mean, at least it's not
daytime.
Daytime where the salads. And,
yeah.
Julie, it looks like Oklahoma City is carrying a king-sized torch. Gopher says, here comes the old heartbreaker himself as Dr. Parker enters the pool dining area. And Julie Gopher say they'll meet at the Caesar salad. Julie walks up to Dr. Parker, leads him to the buffet, as Gopher's talking to Mary Sue at the biggest bowl of Caesar salad I've ever seen in my life. Let me just take a minute to get serious here. That's a whole lot of cyclosporiasis right there. You know, I just thought, you know, don't eat lettuce strong, all these things. I saw it's just horrible timing. How insensitive of the Love Boat to do a lettuce gag. Don't eat lettuce. Interestingly enough, I have two rules on vacation, Mike. Rule number one is no vegetables. So number two, no warm coffee. So no lettuce, no warm coffee. Just new rule.
Cold coffee people are ridiculous.
Only on vacation, though.
You're inside an air-conditioned house. That doesn't make any sense.
It just makes me feel like I'm on vacation. When we did the visit, what did I drink? Iced coffee. Vacation. Puts me in I'm in a nice coffee mindset. Woo.
Dumb. It's dumber than your no vegetables rule.
It is pretty dumb. Principles. Dr. Parker and Mary Sue are now face to face. She tells Dr. Parker that she didn't think he was coming to dinner because Dr. Parker says that he lost track of time. He misplaced his watch. Hold on for a second because you're going to find it. She tells him that that's terrible, but he'll find it sooner or later. She goes on to say that he'll probably find it somewhere like in his pocket. She goes to put the watch in his pocket, but drops it in the giant bowl of cyclosporiasis.
Oh,
no. In between the two gripper parts of the set of tongs. Mike, is there a name for that piece of the tong? Gripper?
Like the top?
End? Yeah. What is that called? Like where the actual grip part of the tong is? Or is that just tong?
Top of the tongue? I don't know.
And then the other thing is tong versus tweezer. Isn't a tong just a food tweezer?
I mean, the bigger problem is somebody's sticking their hand in this big bowl of common
They really are.
They're definitely not replacing it because it's enormous.
It is enormous. And
we're
just
going to be like, oh, yeah, we got plenty of salad to throw this bowl away.
somebody's tossing that thing literally with hands. Just, oh God.
Or a
tong. Food tweezer. Mary Sue starts tossing the salad to cover the watch. Then she starts piling the salad on Dr. Parker's plate. So much romaine on that man's plate.
It's a lot of salad humor.
It's a lot of salad humor. A poolside captain's table? Mike, how do you feel about this?
I guess I respect that they're making an effort to reestablish the captain's table, but I mean, we have talked for years about how it isn't in one place. Now it's not even the right room. So.
It's got pool furniture. It's got poolside plastic furniture.
Yeah. This is basically he's in Wildwood having dinner.
He's in Sea Isle at Mike's Seafood. Unbelievable.
$6 million breakfast.
Yeah, with $1 million. We see Stubing at least Stubing's at the head of the table. Natalie's to his left. Doc is next to Natalie. Marshall is sitting to the right of Stubing. You know why I'm breaking down the seating chart. And Meryl is giving the toast. Let me make sure I get this toast here. May your seas be calm, your skies be clear, and may all of your storms blow away quickly.
It's not an old sea toast if you just mention some boat stuff.
It's terrible. That's one of the worst toasts I've ever heard of. Just
remember that old sea shanty toast he did later?
Yeah.
That's the worst one.
Well, yeah, this one's bad. It's like he just came up with it on top of his head.
Yeah.
But how about Doc with the save? Says, or in the words of John Paul Jones, down the hatch. Mike, that is a Beverly Hills physician level of social awareness. He bailed him out of that spot.
Well, it's not just that, but then Doc was like, you know what? I am done being in this episode that I have barely been in. Doc was in this thing for like 2 minutes.
He checked out after that. Well, they checked him out. Here comes Annette. Marshall, darling, how sweet of you to insist that I have dinner with you tonight. Marshall gets big, uh-oh. His eyes get big. She talks about how they were in Paris. She tells Marshall that they should go back to Paris. And Annette sits down following the boy seating chart. Good job, Annette. Good job, Annette, darling. Annette goes on to say that their dinner was wonderful, but it's the dessert she'll never forget.
Boy, here we go.
Marshall says he doesn't remember. Annette says that he kept coming back for more. All right, Annette. Keep it in your pants. Jesus. Annette congratulates Natalie, tells her that her future husband has a fantastic appetite. And this is, here we go. Let me get the right button ready for this one. Natalie replies, yes, he has a very healthy appetite. The only difference is that the menu has improved. I mean,
it was like she brought the fire when Zsa Zsa was there, but she didn't bring it when Zsa Zsa wasn't there. I just wish they had kind of kept that energy, in the non-Zsa Zsa scenes when he was kind of like, Marshall was like clearly doing stuff and she didn't really care. I don't think she was worried about it, but I would have liked a little more.
Or consistency with the spiciness in person. Like keep going. She should have told her, like, leave him alone. Like,
let's get a cat fight. Let's get a cat fight here.
If Stubing break it up. Two fights in one episode.
Let's get Gavin McLeod get hit by Gavin McLeod.
That's funny. Or Mr. Lujack will get involved. Have Mr. Lujack get in a fight with one of these guys.
Lujack should be the captain as far as I'm concerned.
He should be head of security at least. He's handling business.
Damn right. Take that, Swag.
Vicky is talking to Maggie Cook about scenes that Swag did on stage. I want to say at this point, Mike, Vicky believes in kayfabe. It's still real to me, damn it. Like, she is a believer.
And then Maggie Cook, terrible job as an agent.
What an awful thing to say to a 12-year-old, too.
You telling a kid that it's fake, that's not real. Like, it's still real to her, damn it. Like, I mean, like,
why are you showing, like, behind the curtain? You would do the opposite. She's almost like softening, like waiting for this guy to let her down.
Right. I mean, like, I guess maybe they just don't think that it's a kid's show, which I get, but like, you wouldn't just turn off fans.
Why would you alienate?
Good job, Maggie Cook. Terrible.
Yeah, that was a weird. Swag walks up and shushes Maggie, like low-key shushes her. Vicky asks if this is true. Swag tells her that's only to save time. And I'm talking about when Maggie explained Swag as a stunt double again. It's just tells her that he picked up something for her at the gift shop. This is a little confusing to me. He asked her to wear it. It's a Steve Swaggart badge. Number one, why would they sell those at the gift shop?
Maybe because it's a special gift shop item because of the TV Hero of the Year.
Fair enough, which leads me to... And we're adding that item to the online project shop immediately.
We have a lot of episode specific things like for guests.
Yeah. I mean, this is perfect. Who wants a swag badge? I mean, who doesn't?
No, exactly.
Hope nothing happens where we'd want to take that all out of the store immediately. We'll see what happens. Vicky says that she'll never take it off. She leaves to go show Captain Merrill. Swag sits down and asks Maggie why she isn't as impressed with him as Vicky is. Maggie probably should have said, like, well, because she's a 12-year-old girl.
Yeah.
I'm your agent.
Yeah. Plus, I smartened her up.
Here comes those two guys from before. One of them asks Maggie if she's still babysitting this guy. He goes on to tell Maggie to go out with him and he'll show her what it's like to be with a real man.
Yeah.
This guy doesn't give a crap.
He's like playing Clubber Lang. Like, he's just
no
like,
kidding. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's funny. That is a very Clubber Lang thing to do. Oh, man. Maggie says sorry. The guy asks if she's one of those Hollywood broads who think they're too good to go out with an ordinary guy. Here comes Maggie with a zinger. Says she can't go out with a man whose neck size and IQ are the same number.
Ouch.
Oof, I guess. Good one. that's a terrible, that's not gonna affect a guy like Mr. Lujack.
Oh, you don't think Joe
He doesn't
Lujack
give a crap.
will hit a woman?
He hasn't listened to a woman since the day he was born. He doesn't even hear what she's saying. He says, I like him feisty. His friend lures him away to go have a beer. Because if there's one thing Mr. Lujack loves more than women, it's beer.
There's one thing that Mr. Lujack needs is more liquor.
More, yeah. Maggie yells to have them put a head on it because he sure needs one. Zinger? Question mark? Is that a Milwaukee cut down? Is that I don't know.
She should have sat on that first.
Yeah, that was... Swag is impressed at how Maggie stood up to that guy. Maggie says, one of us has to.
Oh, snap.
Swag's big weak. Anyway, Dr. Parker's still eating lettuce. Mary Sue's talking to him about being a doctor. He says he loves helping others. She says it's very noble. He says it's all about helping your fellow man. She says, or woman, as the case may be. Dr. Parker stops eating his lettuce. There's so much lettuce on his plate. Like, good luck. All your face is going to be tired. Mary Sue starts to say that she has a friend who? Parker interrupts and explains that this means she's talking about herself. The friend is a fabrication. He goes for his next salad bite, and his watch is on the fork. He looks at her. She looks at him and says, help. Mike, we are 16 minutes and 52 seconds into the episode, and we finally go to our first commercial.
And I know where most of it's going.
That was a huge chunk of time on this. Just
it was it was just
a lot of info.
Yeah, it's a lot, and they felt the need to. They almost like did the rare in the first act. They obviously the best ones explain where we're going, right? But then they went back and kind of doubled back on everything to make sure you understood.
Yeah, I didn't like the.
Yeah.
It feels like big forced.
Well, and the thing is, we've talked about these, right? But for the most part, we did kind of just go in a wheel with this stuff. There were a few things, but especially with the klepto and the Marshall stuff, it's kind of like the same bit a few times.
It is. I mean, how many times does the same action have to happen within slightly different circumstances to make it feel like a different interaction?
Right.
Because the klepto thing is already kind of... Back from break, we're in the Acapulco lounge. We see Swag watching the two men from before as they drink at the bar. Mr. Lujack is paying his tab and says goodbye to Isaac.
Good guy.
That's a nice guy. Swag walks up. I bet you Lujack's a good tipper too. He just seems like that.
Absolutely.
Blue collar. Swag walks to the bar, asks Isaac about the man who was sitting in his seat before him. His name is Mr. Lujack, but we know that. We know Lujack. Goes way back. Swag tells Isaac that he's an old friend of his. Asks Isaac to get him out of his cabin around 10:30. By the way, this is the dumbest plan. The dumbest. It's so stupid. Like, this guy's not an act. He's just dumb. Like, he just is dumb.
He's very dumb, yeah.
Swag wants to play in a practical joke on him. Isaac says he can't because he's on duty till midnight. Why do you just ask Gopher? I don't understand the need for this conversation here.
Why
don't you just ask Gopher? Like,
why isn't the answer, sorry, we can't do that.
We work here. I'm pouring drinks.
And permission should be given. So what if you're going to try and kill him?
Right. I don't know why be an accessory.
Yeah.
Gopher offers to do it and tells Swag that he loves practical jokes. Swag asks him to buy him a drink and hands him some money. And that's the favor. Okay.
Gopher stole that money.
Stole that money, yeah. Back on the dance floor, Marshall's dancing with Natalie. Tells her that Annette meant nothing to him and that Natalie's the woman he's going to marry. Natalie says that they know that, but does Annette know that? Come on. Well put, Natalie. Natalie's the voice of reason this week. Stubing is dancing with Annette. He's telling her how glamorous she is. Come on, Meryl.
You've seen more glamorous people, Meryl. Don't sell yourself short.
And look, he can't even say he was drinking and he didn't mean to say these stupid things. He's sober Stubing, telling this woman how... All right. He warns her about her beauty and how his brother can't keep his hands off the bonbons. And that says something about 2 days before marriage being taboo. And it was like a weird Hungarian accent. I listened like 4 times, and I don't. We see that she has her room key in her hand behind Stubings' back. Way to be like inconspicuous too. Like dangle, dangle, dangle. She dangles the key to get Marshall's attention. It worked, and Marshall grabs the key.
Here's what I don't understand.
Why would he even grab?
Well, it's very much a trope, right? Where you give somebody the room key.
Sure.
But just like knock on the door. She'll be in there.
Yeah, why do you need the key? Oh, you plan on being like prepared, right? Is that what it is?
That you can walk in on that.
It's gonna be spread eagle, old Zsa.
Like the only time I ever thought that made sense was when if it was like, oh, well, you can get there way before me, so people like, if you're trying to sneak around or something like that, maybe. But this doesn't seem to. I don't think you need it. I mean, we just started using keys recently.
Yeah, it's true. The only thing that keeps going through my mind is something that I've heard you say more than a few times is him unlocking the door and Zsa Zsa's there, all legs akimbo, just in the air, naked as a jaybird.
Hello, darling.
Hello, Marshall, darling.
Well, it's funny though. He tries to unlock it, but she forgot that she has the little bolt on it, and so it's just kind of banging into the.
It's got a chain on it. Ah, darling, one up.
And then
they play Battleship through the door, huh?
Paul Willis is there dressed as
God
from Toy Story.
Isaac's carrying some boxes as he sees Gopher making out with a passenger. I don't even know who this was, but good for you, Gopher. Taps him on the shoulder, tells him it's 10:35. Wasn't he supposed to have Mr. Lujack out of his cabin by 10:30? Gopher says, I forgot.
Sorry.
That's it.
And I'm over.
My bad. I already spent the money. I spent the $5.
I spent the money on this lady here.
We see Swag and Maggie walking up to the cabin door. Swag says, I didn't want to do this, but he left me no choice. Swag's a real
dolt.
I don't even know what.
He's a dolt.
He is adult. But he's just so. But if you're adult and he's that big, at least you know what I'm saying. That's what he's the weakest dolt I've ever seen.
Yeah.
There's no
there. Yeah.
No, it's just Maggie tells Swag to forget about Lujack. Swag says he can insult him all he wants, but when he makes a pass at you, again, that's his agent. Like, let's not.
Well, that's the thing. It's like it's very unclear. Like.
If he'd said, but it's a different thing if he's disrespectful to you. That changes the whole thing. But the whole make a pass makes it seem like, you know what I'm saying.
It didn't really matter. But
I mean, it is the love boat, right?
But then if you're going to make it a love boat thing, then I need a little bit more than that BS speech that he makes at the end. So,
and it wasn't even a long speech, Mike. It was a quick speech.
It was long enough.
And I think from now on, if I ever have to make a speech, as soon as I make it, I'm just walking out. Just walking out.
I think if I ever have to make a speech, I'm making that speech.
Word for word. I'm an actor.
Yeah. Some people don't understand that how acting works. Like, come on.
And you just walk, just see if anybody chases after you. It'd be great. Swag knocks on the door, expecting no one to be in there. Mr. Lujack is inside reading a book. I don't know if Mr. Lujack's a big reader.
Yeah, I think he's
Louis L'Amour, maybe.
I think he's a layered individual. Like
that's true.
He was so nice to Isaac, which means he's good to like the service industry, and
that's true.
He's got a really good relationship with his buddy there. Like I think Lujack is open minded.
He's just a bit of a rascal.
He's a score.
Yeah, it's Mr. Lujack's vacation too.
It is.
Swag starts talking to him through the door, says that he's too scared to come to the door. Swag wants to meet him on the Lido deck at noon tomorrow to settle this once and for all. Swag turns to leave. Mr. Lujack opens the door and says, anytime you're ready, sweetheart. What a great line.
The only thing that would have made it better is he would have come out in like
decked him then.
Night before Christmas bed outfit. Like
oh, Mr. Lujack.
Or an old maid guard outfit, like the weightlifter with the.
Oh, you mean like before, like sleep shirt? Just comes out with a candle, looking like Ebenezer. Jeez. Dr. Parker's telling Mary Sue it's courageous for her to confess, explains more about kleptomania. They start smooching, and he explains that she will need to spend a lot of time with her doctor. She agrees. She starts to walk away and realizes that she stole his fountain pen, and she returns it. Okay.
This guy, for being such a workaholic, like
he's a little loosey-goosey on the ethics.
You can't have someone tell you they're a problem. You start to like this is beyond the pale in terms of ethics, right? This is like
it's super taking advantage.
Her treatment, quote unquote,
right,
is still smoking, and you're making out with her. Like that's a hard no, dog. Sorry.
And the thing is what he's doing has no bearing on what she's doing. You know what I mean? But somehow in the end, he's like, oh.
No, she's vulnerable because she's opening up about a problem, and you're going to Smooch Town. Sorry.
And you're approaching her with an open mouth. Like, what is going on here?
Sorry, bub.
Well, good thing Julie's on the boat to give her some really good advice here in a few minutes.
I mean, I think it was.
Jesus, Julie. I mean, she's not the one qualified to give that advice, though, because she's
the season of Julie McCoy.
I'm telling you, the season of personal experience. Swag looks nervous as he walks with Maggie after the Mr. Lujack situation. Maggie asks him if there's something wrong. Swag says no. She tells him what a dumb thing he did, but says that she's never been so flattered. And they smooch and they say goodnight. First smooch ever for these guys?
I mean, that's my question.
Yeah.
Like, and if it is, then that really, I guess.
It's not much of a reason to give somebody a smooch.
I guess women are into that when you fight for them. I don't know, but like,
yeah, but she even said before she couldn't really respect it. He didn't even do anything yet. He just talked.
Yeah, and the thing is, if you care that much about it, then when he gets his ass kicked, it's like
yes. Then they go, "Oh, this guy's a joke," and they all abandon him, and they're getting drunk on Shirley Temples with 2 cherries in it. Come on. Marshall and Natalie are in their cabin together. Natalie asks if he's getting sleepy. Marshall tells her that he isn't tired. He's going to go visit his brother. Natalie says that she'll save him a place. Marshall leaves. Natalie follows him and tells him he forgot his key. She gives it to him and tells him not to be long. Marshall rolls his eyes and walks away. He approaches a door, looks at the number on the door, and looks at the number on the key. And we go to our second commercial break, a much quicker act this time.
So at this point...
Yeah.
Even though I was already kind of like,
yeah. Oh,
I was like, do they have the balls to have Stubing hook up with Josh Kapoor? That's what I was thinking was going to happen.
Right.
So, or at least like a misinterpretation of it or something.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Like that would have been interesting.
Yeah. I wasn't sure what was going to happen here.
Luckily, the answer was nothing.
Right. I'm glad it ended up the way it ended up, but it would have been curious. I would have been curious to see like if they had come up with a different.
We don't want to have anything interesting happen here.
No.
We have nothing.
No, let's smooth sail through this thing. We don't need any distractions at this point.
Just like Betty White 2 weeks ago, we're just going to have them stare at a door and nothing happens.
Wonderful. Annette Funicello would be proud. Anytime there's a storyline where nothing happens, I immediately think of Annette Funicello.
There was a little Funicello in here, which is crazy if you think about what they were doing. But there was a little Funicello in here.
Yeah. Stubing sees Marshall sitting on deck. Up. Time for some more split screen magic. Not bad. Better than the first time here.
It definitely is, yeah.
Stubing wants to talk to Marshall about Annette and that she's a troublemaker. Marshall says that he's had enough trouble without her. Says that he isn't sure that Natalie can support the lifestyle he's used to. Tells Stubing that she's wiped out. Stubing says, wiped out or not, Natalie's the best thing that's ever happened to you.
Which is definitely the thing he said about Diane Ladd.
Yeah, he loves to say that to people.
Yeah.
Tells Marshall, if he had a doll with a string, one of the things he would say is, she's the best thing that ever happened to you.
Yep.
It's one of his 5 phrases.
What's the best thing ever happened to you, Meryl? You didn't include Vicky in any of this stuff with your brother and soon-to-be sister-in-law.
That's true. No time was spent with their niece, with his niece. Didn't even, no conversations, no.
Maybe she was
That's
at the
a
wedding.
great point.
Maybe. Like, I don't even know.
I mean, Well, I took an issue with that too. We'll get to that in a moment. Tells Marshall that working for a living is not that terrible. And Marshall says, well, I'd never make my wife work, which
that was funny.
That got me. I was like, good one.
That was funny. Of course, there's stuff there. It's just not enough.
There's plenty of opportunity, especially if it's the same guy. You'd think that you'd have an abundance of these type of
It's almost like he forgot how to do it.
I don't know what happened. It's not the same character.
It's not. There's just not that zany energy that there was in the first one.
No, and not even just zany energy. I think the sort of air of like unexpected. Yeah. Like he was just a wild card. You didn't know what he was going to do.
Yeah, he was definitely not a wild card in this one.
No, because I feel like he didn't even know what he was going to do.
Yeah.
You know, like he's firmly in. Yeah, it's just completely different. But do you think his interaction with Stubing the first time changed his character so much that this is his character?
I'm sure it did in their minds.
But yeah.
I don't need to see that.
But they rewrote the damn thing, you know?
Character development out of
No, I don't either. Let's just get on the boat. Come on now.
Get nuts.
It's funny because we'll rip them.
Let's kill a crew member. Let's
start over. Let's start over. That's funny. God, it's funny. It made me laugh. Mary Sue's sitting poolside as Julie says hello to her. Julie asks why she's looking so glum. She explains what happened with Dr. Parker and that Dr. Parker is only interested in her in a professional way. Okay. She explains to Julie that he helped her with a problem. Julie says that if her problem isn't cured, she'll still have to see the doctor.
Yeah.
Hint, hint, hint. Says that seeing him professionally is better than not seeing him at all, and this advice definitely comes from experience.
But I will say this. It's very interesting. We've talked about the fact that this season is like amalgamation of the 3 seasons of Julie. We didn't like a lot about last season, but there was a lot of like Julie McCoy advice giving. But every time she gave advice last year, it just felt like she was doing it in like this weirdly angry, bitter.
Well, she's still pissed off. Like what they put her through, you know, in the beginning of the year.
I could have 100% hear her giving this advice last year, but it would have more of like a edge and all that stuff. This made sense. Julie was like, here's what would work. You're right. It did come off very. I liked it. I just have liked the Julie beats all season, even in small stuff like this. This wasn't out of bounds by any means. I thought her and Gopher clearly had some interest in getting these two together,
right?
And she's helping out.
It feels like a true representation of her character, as opposed to like last year, like you're saying, because there was so much crap going on with her.
Yeah,
you couldn't just like switch it to this in the middle of a
She didn't like pop up out of nowhere and shove her nose into business. It was very like this was just like, hey, here's some advice, friend.
Yeah, I thought that was, and I thought it was a sweet gesture. Maybe it's not the most healthy advice for someone who with mental illness, but.
Of course. No.
Swag is poolside posing for pictures with fans. Wait, honestly, hold on. I'm missing. I missed a couple things. Okay, I got it. Perfect.
Yeah, so we missed.
Yeah, so back from break, Dr. Parker was in his. Sorry, I just got so excited. He was in his. Yeah.
He was doing his tape recorder.
Audio notes. Yeah.
He's doing his tape recorder bit, and he starts to talk about Mary Sue.
Mm-hmm.
And he stops because Mary Sue knocks on the door because they're going to go to breakfast. But this is when he realizes that they can't. Not a big deal, except for the fact that he stops talking maybe 2 sentences in, which maybe comes up later.
Well, and he says that he can't go to breakfast. He's too busy, and he shuts his cabin door on her.
Right in the face.
Right in the face.
And then the thing we missed with Lujack was...
I got that here, too.
Yeah. That we missed.
Yeah, so Swag walks up to Mr. Lujack as he's eating his breakfast. Asks if he can have a word with Mr. Lujack. Mr. Lujack asks if he's chickening out. He's not chickening out, Mike. Swag explains that he has a business proposition for him. He asks him to take a dive and offers him $500. And again, $500 in 1980. That's a decent chunk of change.
So at the moment that happened,
yeah,
I was like, okay, but Lujack would definitely ask for more money.
Well, I don't think he just gave the money back at the end.
Well,
but
I don't think he was ever going to do it. That's the point. But I think that's
do you think he keeps the money and still punches him?
Oh, I thought he should have either kept it or thrown it on him.
She should have kept it. You know what I mean?
The fact that he didn't ask for more made me think that he was going to punch him regardless.
No matter. He should have punched him right there when he tried to offer him the 5. I'm sorry. Here we go. So now Swag is poolside posing for pictures with fans. He walks up to Vicky and Maggie playing checkers. Vicky asks Swag if he's really going to fight Mr. Lujack. No security on this boat, Mike. No security. Everyone knows it's about to go down, but no security. It's like a prison fight. Like everyone knows it's about to happen.
They had a sanctioned boxing match and Stubing couldn't stop it.
That's true. That is true. That is true. Not that he's good at breaking up fights. If you remember the famous 360 from a season prior, I think it was season 2. I was
disappointed that Stubing didn't somehow get hit.
Get in the middle, Stubing. Here comes Mr. Lujack. He's ready to fight. Swag is bobbing and weaving. Like, what? I don't know what you're doing here. Mr. Lujack hits him with the right cross, and down goes Frazier after one punch. Amazing. It wasn't even like a haymaker.
No.
Swags can't get up. And
last jaw Swag, so.
Lujack calls him a Hollywood phony. He says, you don't have enough money to get me to take a dive, and he throws the money down.
Yeah.
Maggie's disgusted by this and walks away. Vicky says, come on, Swag always wins in the end. Swag says, only when I hire the writers. Oof. I thought that would be going to commercial break after that one, but no.
Yeah, we have gotten a lot of, at least this violence we saw coming. But
yeah.
Like we had Pernell Roberts, had Donnie Most hit that dude.
That's right.
Like there have been a lot of
really
stuff. So I'm sure we're missing some. But
physicality's been dialed up this recently. I'm for it.
It's that Dynasty Dallas.
It is. Back in the Pirates Cove, Isaac hands a Bloody Mary to Maggie and a Shirley Temple with 2 cherries for Vicky. Vicky is.
Was Isaac wearing the silk out?
He was. I know he's wearing it. Yeah, he was.
That was the first of the season, I believe.
Yeah, I haven't seen.
We haven't done much Pirates Cove.
No. And it used to be a staple. Like that's where all like the impactful scenes would happen. Back in the hands, Bloody Mary to Maggie, Shirley Temple with 2 cherries to Vicky. Maggie had to cancel the TV Hero of the Year award. Boy, they're really just saying, screw this guy.
Like,
poor Swag.
Wouldn't you? I feel like if a good agent canceling it would draw way more attention than not canceling it. Like if you're worried about the press getting a hold of it, that's going to be way worse.
Right?
Just have
I mean, and plus, if I'm an agent, I'm telling my client, you're not leaving your cab.
Right.
You're not going anywhere. Just stay put.
Get Lujack. Don't even get Lujack talks.
Don't get Lujack.
Ignore.
Just ignore. Stay in your cabin. Watch us play checkers. Shoot. Enter Swag. He tells Isaac he's looking for Doc. Thinks his jaw is broken. Isaac tells him that if his jaw was broken, he wouldn't be able to talk.
Doc isn't on the episode this week.
Yeah, Doc's done. Doc checked out. I don't know what happened.
Ernie did all his lines in 45 seconds. And
he's like, can I just leave early? What's customary, you wait till the end of the show. And he's like,
we get like an episode of Bricker next week? Because
God, I hope so. Imagine an hour of just nothing but Bricker. Just following him on rounds would be great. Swag says hi to Vicky and Maggie. He's oblivious. He starts to say, I know I did something wrong. Vicky interrupts him. She says, yes, you did. You forgot to bring your stunt man. And hands him back the badge. Mike, I'm getting a message. The Steve Swagger badge has been pulled from the project shop until further notice. So, production is stopped on the Steve Swagger badge. Cancel all the pre-orders. Dr. Parker's in his cabin on his typewriter. He pulls the paper he was typing out, throws it away. Knock on the door. It's Mary Sue. She barges in, dumps a bag full of stolen items. She says that something snapped after she had breakfast alone and she's out of control. She says she needs help now. He takes the blame and says he triggered some sort of response, tells her that he's staying with her for every minute, day and night. She says that she's very grateful, especially at night.
In a show that rushes everything so much, like this felt like too much, right?
Just half stepping, man. We know it was going to happen. Like,
yeah, and it's just like the doctor was, I don't know. It was just poorly executed.
Yeah,
I
it
guess.
was. Yeah, it was.
I don't care.
They could have done this better, just cleaner. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
We go to a third commercial break. Back from break, Mary Sue and Dr. Parker on the Acapulco lounge. He says how sweet it is. She says how sweet it is for him to take care of her. She starts to steal a purse as she's saying this, and Dr. Parker stops her and gives her a smooch. Gopher walks up and asks Mary Sue if she returned all those wallets to the lost and found yet. Boy.
But Gopher has been just blowing up
spots. Just blowing up spots. Like, can you just talk to her about that alone later? Just, like, put a note under her door?
Yeah.
Dr. Elliot figures out her game and is not happy. He tells her that honesty is the most important element in a relationship. Between a doctor and a patient, and a man and a woman, and walks away. This guy's not some relationship expert. Come on.
Not, I don't think he's a real psychiatrist.
No, he's like Dr. Eyes level doctor. It's nonsense.
Because here's the thing, like, you can't be mad at both if you're him.
No.
Because either this is a cry for help that needs more therapy,
or he's too dumb to see through it, right?
Or you don't really care, or you're trying to have your cake and eat it too, which is what it is. So
apparently this guy can't. He doesn't understand what's fake and what's not fake. I mean, she's not helping that along.
There is a lot of kayfabe in this.
A lot of kayfabe.
Yeah.
A lot of kayfabe. Marshall sits Natalie down at a table and tells her he's going to get drinks for them. Walks to the bar. Orders 2 martinis from Isaac. Annette walks up. Marshall, darling. Asks him if he's forgotten something. Marshall says, you're right. Make him extra dry. Good one. Annette says that he didn't use the key that she gave him. He says he couldn't and that his Playboy days were over. She then says, 11:30 in my cabin. Marshall says, I'll see if the old me is available. Again, it's always this like...
It's like a half step.
It's too short, you know?
But there's like no real... They don't give it enough to make me think he's going to do anything.
No weight, right? No weight.
Or to care that he might... Like, yeah, it was...
Because it's almost I expect him to say it. But it doesn't... If
this was not Gavin MacLeod playing his brother, if this was just somebody else, this would be a horrible storyline because it's just... There's no there again.
Yeah. Well, and there's no like, I get that they're trying to highlight like the possibility of a lack of integrity on this Marshall character, but like in every fork in the road, we're dealing with the same thing.
Right. And it never
happens. It's just
it never even gets close.
No, that's what's...
And we'll talk about it. I would be curious to hear your thoughts on what did happen and how far that is to going, because I think there's probably a way that he did go too far. So
that's true. That is true. Julie knocks on Dr. Parker's cabin door. She hands him his tape recorder and says that Mary Sue asked her to give it to him and that she'd like for him to play the tape. Dr. Parker takes the recorder and listens. It was Mary Sue trying to explain herself and apologizes to Dr. Parker.
She recorded over like hours.
Important notes.
Important psychological stuff.
Oh. I'm talking about HIPAA. What if she listened to the whole thing, too? Now we're in big trouble.
Is this the play button or is this a record button? We don't have tape recorders.
Not in OKC. Mm-mm. Maggie's sitting at the bar and Lister Lujack is sitting at a nearby table with his friend. Probably feeling pretty good about himself right now, too. Lujack's telling his friend that he could take on any of these Hollywood tough guys. His friend asked him if he's going to punch out Captain Kangaroo next, which made me laugh. Like,
you know what? It's early.
Yeah.
Those guys might get best duo, too.
Oh, they were funny, man.
It'd be a Lujack.
They were funny. What a great Captain Kangaroo. I was hoping they'd say Mr. Green Jeans or something like that, but I love the Captain Kangaroo reference.
Captain Kangaroo and Miss Piggy, the same.
Yeah, like the old, this is the pop culture episode.
My son, there's a couple bunnies that run outside here.
Yeah.
And my son named one of them Walter Sandwich, which feels like a very...
Wow. It's a very formal name. And for all of you who do not know who Captain Kangaroo is, children's show, character, what else would you say?
Sesame Street, but kind of in that vein of like a show with a bunch of characters and some education, a lot of puppet kind of stuff. Yeah. Live action.
Yeah, it was, I liked it. It was on the morning. It was a little more like real world. It was a little more, took place in the real world more than like Mr. Rogers. Like they didn't have like a land of make believe. They had a bunch of characters. It was cool. I watched it.
All about real stuff.
That's right.
We had Captain Noah in Philadelphia, who of course
Captain Noah.
Yeah. Send your pictures to dear old Captain Noah.
Noah,
yeah, like he had a boat.
Oh, is that what the whole gimmick was? Do you have animals too?
No, he was dressed like a captain, like a red jacket captain, and his wife was on there. And you'd
have a hat.
Pictures. He did have a hat.
We had Romper Room was big growing up, and they would look through the mirror, and I'd be like, "Come on, say my name, say my name." So you go, "I see." Luckily, my name is like, well, our name was like the most popular name at the time, so it was we were shooing.
100% of our names, yes.
Yeah, 100% of our names are. Boo 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 boo. I apologize. Maggie's sitting at the bar, Mr. Lujack. Gopher hears this and tells Isaac that Stubings should have thrown Lujack off the ship. Isaac tells Gopher that Maggie asked Stubing not to because she figured it would be bad publicity. Going back to what you said.
Well, here's the thing. I agree with that because if Lujack if Lujack's pissed and gets all that stuff,
right?
I at least agree with that. I don't think they should have canceled the ceremony. I also don't think stones to throw anybody off the boat. So
what do you have to do to get thrown off the boat? Assault? Apparently not. Murder? Yeah, murder.
I mean, here's the problem though. Like, if you're gonna set that precedent, then we really, really, really should have arrested Pernell Roberts.
1,000%, and the Kissing Bandit too. That guy should have been thrown right off the boat. Jeez. Swag enters the lounge. Huh?
Forgot about how much criminal activity.
There's been a lot. Remember the Christmas episode? The only thing that stopped him were the Christmas carols from the orphans. Come on.
Singing, yeah.
Jeez. Swag enters the lounge, asks if he can speak to Stubing for a moment. Stubing asks if he really wants to do that. And if they're whispering, Swag says yes. Stubing excuses himself.
He calls for Julie, which means Julie had to run back and get the award.
Oh, boy. Stubing takes the microphone, says that the TV Hero of the Year will go on as planned. Maggie looks very surprised by this. Swag, imagine if he just awarded it to somebody else. Mr. Lujack wins the TV Hero of the Year.
So,
I mean, come on.
The music they play when he's coming up, do you think that's the theme song to Swag?
Oh, I thought it was Magic Night. I apologize.
It's bad. It's a bad theme song if it is. So.
Yeah.
But I feel like the band might have learned it for that occasion. So.
Oh, if it was the guy from Hunter winning it, they would have played that, or the Hill Street Blues theme song.
I wonder if we'll get Fred Dryer on the boat. I feel like he'd be fun.
I don't. Well, now I'm thinking, do we get Merlin Olsen? Do we get who's the other guy?
How did you get to Merlin Olsen?
Well, because he was a former Ram, just like Hunter.
Football player.
Yeah, and I'm thinking along those lines.
I was thinking TV action heroes.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. I liked Hunter and Dee Dee McCall. That's a great show.
Yeah.
Anyway, Maggie looks surprised. Swag walks up to accept the award. He says he's honored to receive the award and that he's sorry that he isn't the man he portrays on television and that he's an actor. Quote.
Before you do the quote.
Yes.
The crowd was so stunned by this that no one gives him really much of an ovation, and then Lujack does this.
Him and Stubing, bunch of dummies with the overclapping.
It was great.
It was. Oh, when they introduce him and Lujack just keeps he's such I love that guy. Like, Lujack rules. He should be on every week. Get rid of the riffraff.
Lujack City, baby.
I love Lujack City. It just happens. Look at that. That's funny. Oh, it's a guy. Maybe gave me goosebumps on that one. That's a good one. That's funny. Quote, don't be disappointed with this TV character. Be disappointed with the actor. Julie hands the award to Swag. He thanks everyone and walks out. Somehow this gets people clapping. I don't really know what they're clapping for. Eventually, with Stubing leading the way. And then we see Maggie gets up and goes after Swag.
You're basically seeing a pseudo famous person have a mental breakdown.
Yes.
While you're having dinner.
Yeah, they're insisting you give him an award. Like, give me my award. He's lost his marbles. Well, at least he doesn't think he's his character. Like, he doesn't think that he's the guy he plays on TV. So that's somewhat healthy, I guess.
Feels like a lot of no shit. Like, I mean, how many people in 1980 think that you are your character, man?
Yeah, that's like 1940s level kayfabe down in like Alabama. Like, that's not.
Again, it just felt much like the Wheezy can't act storyline last week. They just treated that whole thing. That was not an important issue of the day.
No, 100%. Oh, on the rail, we see Mary Sue and Dr. Parker joins her. Plays the beginning of the tape for her. Explains that he thinks that she's fascinating and he's falling in love with her. And they smooch. Well, that didn't take much, Mike.
Now, Mike, it's the damnedest thing. In the scene earlier where he's recording into the thing, he only says about like half of what ended up on the recording. So,
well, it's like that Princess Leia message that she added to Obi-Wan. Remember in the beginning, you could only hear, help me, Obi-Wan, you're my only hope. And then...
so he just needed to clean out the recorder.
That's all it was. Or get Obi-Wan to see it. Yeah.
This shady-ass doctor made a new recording. So
he has so many recordings like this with just different women's names, just shady. Not a doctor at all.
That's why Doc left. He's like, I can't be on the boat with this.
No, this guy, I can't. It's against my Hippocratic oath. Right. Swag's leaning over a different railing with his award in his hand. Maggie walks up. He says, if you want to resign, he understands. Maggie tells him how proud of him she is. What a weird thing for an agent to say. Maggie, if Maggie's really the agent here, she's going, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, anyway.
If anybody has a camera phone, we're fucked.
Yeah, we are screwed. Put your Polaroids away, ladies and gentlemen. Maggie says that she's the disappointed girl you help to believe again. She says that she's the one that really loves him a lot. Let Vicky start her own fan club and they smooch.
Don't care.
I don't give two shits about this.
All that stuff. Like I said, if they had made it more obvious, it almost should have been something where he had shown interest in her, but she had constantly rejected him
because she's professional,
and she also thinks that he doesn't have
wuss?
Fiber or wuss,
right?
Or whatever.
Right.
Then at least you can get there, but they just left it so vague.
Well, it's not like he did anything to prove what she was feeling was wrong.
No, he just said
he still didn't do anything. He still tried to pay someone to take a dive.
True. And
then basically he's like, don't blame me. I'm an actor.
Right.
You acted like a anyway, I don't want to. Anyway, we see Marshall and Annette having champagne in her hotel room. Uh-oh. Natalie starts to knock on the cabin door, but she hears Marshall talking. He explains to Annette he loves Natalie and he's going to marry her tomorrow, and he gets up and leaves. He sees Natalie standing there. They smooch, and Stubing tells Marshall that he's proud of him. Which thing is he proud of? Going to the woman's room at 11:30 or leaving? I would hope it's not the first.
I don't remember what we did the night before your wedding. I don't even know if we did anything. But I definitely know your wife. And if you had spent the 11:30 at night before your wedding with an ex.
Oh, God. Drinking champagne with her while she's in lingerie? Come on.
Well, I would have had way too colorful a tie on at your funeral, basically. Is what
you would have had to whisk me out of there, Oh, yeah. No, that's not at all.
Like, it's just this level. And again, I think they were trying to portray Natalie as someone who got it and wasn't worried about it. Kind of, I knew who you were when I met you.
She's letting a lot go, though.
She's letting a lot go.
A lot go.
And that's where I thought the twist was going to be that she was lying about the 20 million as a test.
Sure.
But we couldn't even get that.
No, we couldn't get that. It's Marshall's big wedding day. Let me ask you, why is Stubing not marrying? It's on his ship. What's the point of coming on the ship to get married if Stubing's not doing the wedding?
Because remember,
triple split screen.
Remember at the marriage-a-thon where he said no longer can he do it, but he got special dispensation.
Oh, that's right. I
don't know why that's a thing.
Yeah, why is that a thing? Why? Like, it worked for that storyline, but it really would have helped for this one.
No idea. I also don't understand why you go to all these beautiful ports that you wouldn't get married in one of those. You're just getting married in a very small room on the boat. I also don't understand how this woman has no family there at all. You tell me a rich woman getting married would
children, sisters, somebody, or maybe they're against it, and that's why they have to do it like this.
Maybe, I don't know.
You know,
there's a lot to be desired about the Natalie Marshall wedding.
Well, and I would think Natalie's family thinks Marshall's shady as all hell.
Well,
is probably why.
That's fair. Maybe they voted for somebody else in the TV Hero of the Year award.
Had to be someone other than Miss Piggy or Swag.
Yeah,
Marshall.
They voted for multiple Chisholms.
Every Chisholm. And Flo, the person who played. Yeah. Marshall can't find the wedding ring. Stubing tells him that someone special flew in to do the job. Stubing opens the door, and in walks another Stubing, Mike. Come on. Unbelievable. Marshall yells, Milo. So it's an M thing. All right, they hug. Milo explains that he was on a meditation retreat and picked up Marshall's wedding vibes. Quote, I hopped off the astral plane and hopped on a 747. Stubing with potential line of the week. Looks like you haven't landed yet, which made me laugh way more than it should have. Updated favorite Stubing list, Mike. Coming in at number 4 is Marshall. Number 3 is Merrill. Number 2, Milo. Number 1, Stubby. Just to kind of keep current with my.
Okay, where do Courtney and Vicky land on that list?
Oh no, I haven't even. This is just. This is
the nuclear family.
Yeah, we're not diluting the bloodline to. No. Wedding sit. Huh? Go ahead.
Why couldn't they just have done I wish Dad were here? Why couldn't they have just done one like that?
Something. Oh God, I want Stubby to come back so bad.
How old do you think Milo was the last time Phil Silvers spoke to him?
12. Yeah, that's a funny point. That is a very funny point. God, that's funny. Wedding ceremony begins. Marshall puts the ring on Natalie, and they're officially married. Milo, man, that's too much. Real groovy. Stubing, you took the words right out of my mouth. These guys are worlds different. And we go to our final commercial break.
That's why I just wish they would have just done this whole thing with Milo. It was the energy that Stubing had the first time, like with Marshall. I don't know.
Well, now you shot your wad with Milo. Are we ever going to get Milo back?
Well, and it also made me think I didn't realize what I needed, right? Like, don't give me that at the end.
No, we needed Milo like midway or something.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Oh, it would have been great. Those two? Damn, Isaac.
I think Milo's real father is Phil Harris.
Cheers, dude. Something like that. Back from break, Swag and Mag, see what I did there, are leaving. Vicky says she'll never miss another show. Swag tells Vicky that the next time she sees him blow a kiss, that it's for her. It's a weird. And then I'm like, did just weathermen have all different symbols? Like if you're a single weatherman, I bet like, no, girl, I touched my nose 6 times. You know, that's just crazy. Pulling ears.
That show's canceled. That people are going to find out that Lujack.
Yeah, done.
National Enquirer doesn't have a Lujack story next
week. Oh, Lujack sighting. Isaac, Swag gets Lujacked. You know what I mean? Just Isaac congratulates Maggie and Swag for deciding to get married. Here comes Mr. Lujack. Speaking of Lujack, He tells Swag that what he did took a lot of guts and that Swag can take a free swing at him. Let me just say, Lujack's not letting anybody take a fucking free swing at him. I promise you that.
I don't think he's worried that would hurt.
I don't think he's worried that he would even do it. He was like, I know you're not going to do it.
If you do hit me, I can hit you back then.
Right. But he's like, Swag says, no thanks. I don't think violence is the answer. He offers to shake his hand and be friends. They shake hands, and Swag had the Steve Swaggart badge in his hand with the points facing up. I'm getting a memo here in my ear. The Steve Swaggart badge has been added back to the project shop.
I'm taking it out. I'm taking it out for being lame.
It's so lame.
Why don't you just have a hand buzzer? Why don't you have a hand buzzer, you loser?
I know. I thought that's what it was going to be. And like instead, that's kind of rude. Instead of a hand buzzer, it's metal sharp points in someone's hand.
Yeah,
that sucks.
I got tetanus now.
Mr. Lujack should have smacked him. He should have just smacked him.
Next week, Steve Swaggart has been killed. Joe Lujack.
Follow him home.
Right.
Yeah. Swag hands the badge to Mr. Lujack's friend. Mary Sue and Dr. Parker are leaving together. Mary thanks Julie. She makes a joke about being either his fiance or his patient, and they leave. Boy, that
where
Jesus.
Does Dr. Parker live? I'm gonna guess not Oklahoma City.
No, he's got a shady studio, like an efficiency apartment, where like the kitchen's in the living room. Yeah, like extended stay hotels, like monthly rate motels, just shady.
He's got a La Quinta lease.
Right. He was doing telehealth before there was even telehealth. He's shady as the day is long. Isaac, Julie, and Gopher checked to see that nothing was stolen from them. It kind of made me laugh a little bit.
That was funny.
We're going to wrap it up. Stubing and Doc are saying goodbye to Marshall and Natalie. Stubing tells Marshall that he can count on his big brother if he needs funds. I'm going to be like, don't say that. What are you talking about?
Plenty of money in the champagne bucket.
Well, let me ask you something here. What do you think Stubing's salary is?
Well, we talked about it when Dick Van Patten was on, right? And
it
was like maybe $70,000 or something. Like,
maybe.
But the problem is, here's your problem too: is Stubing, you have a daughter. You need to save money for your daughter.
Well, the thing is, you'd think he couldn't help but save money. You can't do like online shopping, and you're on the boat all the time.
Yeah,
I think that has to cut down on bills.
Unless Stacy took him to the cleaner.
Well, Stacy Skarsgård.
Yeah.
Marshall says he took a vow to love this woman, even if it means getting a job. What? Natalie says they still have $3 million. Marshall says that he thought she was wiped out. Natalie says, where I come from, $3 million is wiped out. Twist. We see Annette leaving with Milo. Milo says she's a Virgo with Libra rising. End of episode. Woo!
All right, totals and a recap.
I have no idea. Yeah.
Best episode was episode 5, the Acapulco Steeplechase Classic. Worst episode was last week, which was the Wheezy as Lady Macbeth. It's very close for me. And I didn't necessarily feel that way. I didn't feel that way the first time watching it. But if you just compare it to last week's episode, it has a lot of the same problems where nothing is awful. Nothing made me mad, right? It was I think originally I was like, Mike, this is going to be one of the better bad episodes we've seen. And
it's not one of the better bad ones. Yeah.
It's just kind of boring. And they left a lot of meat on the bone with some of this stuff. I think better actors in certain spots would have really helped.
Maybe.
I think I can go either way, and I'm sure I'll change my mind before we get to it where it really matters. But I actually think this is as bad as last week, at least. So
I agree to a point. I would say, I don't know. I still think last week was, by a nose was the worst episode. I agree. I don't think it's super far behind it. I wouldn't put it in the conversation because I still think last week was significantly worse.
And I think the difference is too, it's like the Lujack thing and Joan Van Ark were
Yeah,
better. We liked Uncle Char. We liked Mel Stewart last week, right?
we
But it's
did love
like
Mel Stewart, but that was
there weren't as many of those.
no.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. We'll probably, I think, just as we did earlier this season, we'll just carry both of them forward for now.
Yeah, I agree.
It tells me we'll have plenty of other ones ahead
Well,
to break the tie.
Well, funny enough, when I do look at the IMDb, I'm not looking for the rating when I'm on there, but I'm just looking for different facts
It was
or
very high for this.
It was 7.1.
I don't know.
Like one of the best, according to them, episodes of the season. We have 1 and 2 that's one of the highest rated episodes of the entire series. Like it's in the top 10.
Wow.
So, interestingly enough, we've only seen 2 out of the top 10.
Really?
According to, compilation lists. Yeah.
That's still interesting. I mean, whether we believe it or not, that's still, I'm curious to see why people think that.
Mm-hmm.
This is easy for me. Captain of the week.
I mean, it wasn't so much quantity as it was quality. For me, it's either Lujack or Joan Van Ark.
Yeah.
Joan Van Ark, just because of the acting. If I take the humor out, I'm going to, with confidence, say Joan Van Ark. I thought she had the best performance.
I will say this, the effort level obviously there, and then the fact that she really was acting with a terrible actor. Like just a wet paper bag.
And not a great script. It wasn't like the script was some, it wasn't like the lines. But man, I'll tell you what, she made chicken salad. She really did.
She left it all in the field. I'm looking forward to Knots Landing or Falcon Crest when we do our primetime soap run. But yeah, that was especially when you compare it to what she was last season, just a wild difference in character, which I like. Like we always talked about Michelle Lee in those 3 episodes in the first season where like she was 3 completely different people, which is crazy, so it's nice to do that. But
it also gets me excited about her next appearance because I'm seeing 2 completely different things. And now like I have Joan Van Ark in my, in my like A-team crew of guest stars based on these 2 performances.
I don't disagree.
Great performance.
I'm going with Lujack City, and also his fun relationship with the other guy who was
they were funny.
Quality that was just really saved me, especially on the rewatch when I kind of knew what I was dealing with. I laughed. I think it was when he did the clap thing when I was doing the rewatch last night. And my wife's like, "You think that's funny?" I was like, "Oh,
it's so funny."
The only thing carrying this episode.
It's even funnier on the rewatch too because it just stands out that much more. Yeah.
Worst of the week, walk the plank.
That Dr. Parker character was just.
I think that's
the actor, the character, the whole
ethics.
Anybody would have been better. Who was that guy that played the doctor before, the Love Doctor? Remember the thing, and he had all the thing about. Remember, he put the sensor. Remember that doctor?
Dick Martin.
He would have been better than this. I mean, this is a Dick Martin role right here, and this is not this guy.
Would have been good. The guy who played Floyd Fosdick with Joan Van Ark last time.
That's a good idea. Yeah, you know what? I could see that.
Yeah, or the guy that was in the Stalker episode at the end of the season last year. Like any of those late 40s, early 40s dark-haired soap opera actors would have been.
But this guy
this guy stunk.
It stunk. It stunk. It wasn't good. He wasn't good.
Yeah, and I'll just throw out like I said, the going to the well a little too quickly. I hope that's not the last time we see it, but I also hope that they have a little more patience for that than they did this time. They must have really gotten good feedback on the first one, and they should have. It was great, but this one.
This is just. And it further reinforces how bad the episode was, because now the more I think about it, I'm like, wasn't that far off,
Too, you shot your wad. Well, that was a pretty big swing to end up with a pretty medium.
Oh yeah.
That's totals in a recap for this week.
Plugs, hidden season Patreon, absolutely hammered. Whether you're cheering from the stands or tuning in from home, this is the podcast you need. Grab your favorite beverage and your Phillies pride. Enjoy a weekly Phillies happy hour with Chris Jones, Justin Clue, and our very own Mike Robertson. Check out Absolutely Hammered on the Hidden Season Patreon. The march to the playoffs begins, Mike. I'm all in. You can find our podcast anywhere you find your audio podcasts, Spotify, iTunes, everywhere. Do us a favor. Hit that subscribe button. Leave us a review. We would love to. Leave us a like. Really goes a long way. I'm going to put a pin on the mailbag this week. I have some things I want to talk about next week, but I don't want to. We'll be here all night if I start opening the mailbag here. I did look ahead at the next episode, Mike.
I only know a little bit, so.
I don't know if you're going to know these two facts about the next episode. Okay. If you're a fan of Diagnosis Murder, well, that's a hell of a way to start.
Sure is.
And or a fan of half of the Smothers Brothers, this is the episode for you.
Well, I'm pretty sure we're not getting Dick Van Dyke, so we getting his kid. Is that the?
Yeah, the non-Dick Van Dyke co-star of Diagnosis Murder.
Not Jerry Van Dyke.
Not Jerry Van Dyke either. No.
I am fascinated for the Tommy Smothers.
Why would you split them up? Do we get the yo-yo one or we get the guitar one? Which one do we get?
Who's Tommy? Tommy's the yo-yo one.
The older one, right?
I don't know, he's the yo-yo guy, not the mustache.
I think the mustache guy's the guitar player and the other guy's the yo-yo, maybe.
I think you're right.
But how are you going to have a Smothers brother? That's like having Rich Little on here without doing impressions. Like,
you think this is like when the Rockers broke up? Do you think he
kicked him through a barbershop window? God, I hope that's the opening scene at the taxi stand. That'd be great. Take out Tom Smothers or whichever one's not going to make it.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for that. And then the one after that's Christmas, which is fun, but it is weird. We're not getting a lot of Christmas programming. That's probably the strike's fault.
Yeah,
but, that's disappointing.
It is disappointing,
but not as disappointing as this episode.
Well, we did, Mike. Another one in the books as we continue on the path to watching every Love Boat episode and discussing every Love Boat episode. So until next time, Mike, thanks for joining me this week. It's always fun. And for our fans of Canada out there, we love you. We love you. And until next week.
This is
It's the worst. Here's the thing. We spend all this time talking about the Love Boat, the Love Boat, the Love Boat. And then it comes to the end and we have just discussed everything in the world. And it's like, well, shit, what do we, you know what I mean? Like we just.
Here, you ready?
Yeah.
Get the button ready.
All right, I'm ready.
Thanks, everybody, for listening. We'll be back next week with one of the Smothers and one of the Van Dykes. Until next time, thanks for listening, and we will be Lujack next week.
Hi, everyone. It's Fred Grandy.
And I'm Ted Land.
And I'm Jill Whelan.
And you may remember us from your favorite TV show, The Love Boat.
And now we're back together and ready to embark on a brand new adventure.
Each week on the Love Boat podcast, exciting and new, we'll be joined by old friends, favorite guest stars, and more to share stories from our time aboard the Love Boat.
And let's be honest, anything that pops up into our heads.
We have too many stories to tell.
We've had so many amazing guest stars on the Love Boat, people who became lifelong friends.
And so, we got together with some to laugh, to reminisce, and to swap stories about life on set and the bonds that still bring us together decades later.
Friends like Loretta Swit and Jamie Farr, Cynthia Lauren Tweez, Morgan Fairchild, Jimmy Walker, and more.
We can't wait to welcome you aboard.
Listen to the Love Boat podcast every Saturday wherever you get your podcast.